She's so lucky. She's a star. But she cries. Welcome back. It is another day. August 3rd, to be more particular. And we are going to be taking a look at some more coverage. Specifically, Emily's response to the 600-pound menace known as Amber Reed. Good luck keeping up tonight. It's insane. And Amber's doing this whole thing with well, if I talk the most and I get the loudest, then people are going to believe me. I think all in all, over the past 2 days, she has done close to 8 hours of live streaming in 2 days. Normally, that's an entire month for Girly Pop. You know, magically, she's able to do 8 hours of work when it calls for it. Isn't that interesting? So sorry if the lighting looks weird today. I'm not turning on the second light because I have a little bit of a headache and I feel like that would exacerbate it, so I don't want to. I ordered a Labubu. I'm the only one that's excited about it. I've told some of my friends and they're like, why? I'm excited. My Labubu. I wanted a Labubu. She hasn't spoken her side yet. Emily? Well, I mean, Mr. Snowflake put up the little video, but apparently, I mean, I'll just spoil it now. Apparently, this isn't it. There's going to be more to come. But yeah, he put up the video. Wow, 110,000 views already. Amberlynn has already responded to this, so it's going to be hard for us to keep up with this because I'm not going to lie, that 4+ hour live stream yesterday really took it out of me. We're going to do Emily's response tonight, and then maybe we'll start Amber's response to Emily's response. So, I mean, we have Emily's response, we have Amber's response, and then we have an Amber Get Ready With Me stream where she was talking shit prior to the video getting uploaded. So there is probably close to 6 hours of footage that we need to get to. It's really going to depend on how active the Girly Pops are this week. If they go radio silent for the next few days, we should be able to catch up by Thursday, I'd imagine. But it's gonna be an every night kind of event. So I hope y'all are ready. So honestly, you guys, we have a lot to get to. So let's just hop on right into it. If you haven't watched, if you have no idea what's going on and you're brand new, just basically know that Emily, the famed feeder of season 6, Amberlynn's ex-girlfriend, has decided to do a tell-all interview with reaction channel Mr. Snowflake, and this is what she has to say about Rarity, the dynamic of their relationship, the events that took place, physical altercations. So let's just hop on right in. Mr. Snowflake was able to get this interview out pretty quickly. Normally he is very patient and methodical with what he gets out, so he must have been working round the clock to be able to get this out. If you've never edited videos before and you've never done commentary and put together stuff on software, it's a lot. It is a lot. So the fact that he was able to get this out so quickly, kudos to him for spilling. Jord of the Flies, thank you so much. Kinda good, kinda dusty, thank you. Great Jojo, hello. Appreciate you being here tonight. Welcome back. Marion Pataro, hello there. Les eat indeed. Also, for the coverage, I've decided that in addition to the Pookie files, I want to write down the questions that we have, because I feel like in a lot of yesterday's live stream, I was sitting there saying, I wonder this, I wonder that. I want to get a comprehensive list of everything that we as a stream want to know from either Emily's point of view or Amber's point of view. So I want to document the questions that we might have for this documentary, for what we watch from Amber, because I do feel like even when these girls do their tell-alls and everything, there are still a lot of, well, what about this? Well, what about that? What, like I want to get those all nicely compacted into a nice, neat little questionnaire for no particular reason. For no particular reason, just to have on hand. Just to have on hand. Little Princess Jitter, thank you. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, Glitterbug. Thank you for being here. It's going to be another fun one. Airy, thank you. Genuinely been waiting for this, Fat. Who else was on Mr. Snowflake's page pressing F5 all morning? That's the refresh command for non-computer nerds. Aaron Courtney, thank you. I guess you don't need to be a computer nerd to know that. Never mind. Thank you for feeding us, Jord. I'm not doing the feeding. I'm doing the feeding. Emily is doing the feeding. As usual. So let's see what she has to say.
I don't even know where to begin or start.
Hi everyone, this is me talking with Emily. Right, here we go. Hi Emily, hope all is well. What made you want to come out now and discuss your time with Amber? Honestly, I was content staying silent for a long time, but I'm tired of watching her dodge any real accountability. She creates her own reality and then expects everyone to play along. The sad part is, most people do because they're either scared of her or don't want to deal with the drama. But I hit
the sad is most people do because they're either scared of her or they don't want to deal with the drama. This statement right here reminds me of what Beck had to say in a lot of their videos. I just gave in to whatever she wanted. I didn't want to deal with her screaming. I didn't want to I didn't want to deal with her bitching. I didn't want to deal with the crying. I didn't want to so I let her do it. I mean, surely she is the unruly toddler in McDonald's demanding a second Happy Meal. And the parent that doesn't want to hear the toddler scream and cry and bitch and throw shit. It's just like, okay, what? Here. Just shut up. Shut the fuck up. Here's your second Happy Meal. I hit a point where I just couldn't sit back and keep watching her rewrite the truth. Oh, Amberlynn loves to rewrite the truth. She likes to rewrite her. She likes to write her truth. Okay. Emily ain't no Beck. Screw the framing. Me when I was a child. Giving into the tantrum. That's literally what it is, except she's in her 30s and not 4. Banana Envy, thank you so much.
At a point where I just couldn't sit back and watch her keep rewriting the truth. So I say, well, I'm glad you have decided to speak up, so I guess we start at the beginning. I'm guessing everything was fine at the start of the relationship, or were there any little red flags? She says, at first everything was great. I really thought I had found someone who was kind.
Well, that's how it always starts. And I mean, this isn't just unique to their relationship. Oh, everyone always puts on their best when they first start to date someone, when they first start to get to know somebody. So the facade, I would imagine, for Amberlynn wears off pretty quickly. What's that one Taylor Swift lyric? Look, I'm a nightmare dressed as a daydream. When you unveil Amberlynn, that's when the true horrors reveal themselves.
Laid back and just fun to be around. She was able to carry on a conversation, and it's hard to find these days. Looking back now, I obviously was...
Well, I don't know. That's kind of strange because it seems like Emily has no problem having conversations. Over the past 6 months, anybody who has reached out to her to talk, she has been more than willing to have a conversation with them. I mean, as connected as Emily was on websites like FetLife and Phoebe and all these other, it kind of seems like she had a large pool of desperate fat people to draw from, to have conversations with. So if she was really upset about losing Colleen and she was in a vulnerable space and she needed someone to lean on and talk to and, you know, take the edge off, so to speak, I feel like she could have found that pretty easily. I mean, and if not one of the weird websites, she could have gone on Tinder. I don't know if I'm just necessarily buying the whole like, oh, I was so upset, I was beside myself, I was so lost, I just needed somebody to talk to. I mean, this is the same woman that moved on from her dead ex after 2.5 months. So I think it's more so her just wanting to dabble her feet back into the fat community than it was, oh, woe is me, I need someone to talk to after my partner passed away. I'm just calling it like I see it.
Laid back and just fun to be around. She was able to carry on a conversation, and it's hard to find these days. Looking back now, I obviously was looking at everything through rose-coloured glasses. She really made it seem like she was this grounded, supportive person. I told her upfront that I was grieving Colleen, and still will be. She said she understood, respected that. She said it.
And you know what? This is on Amber as well. Amber shouldn't have been trying to get in a relationship with someone who had a recently passed away ex. They have some things to deal with. They have some damage to address. They need some time. So being an adult, you need to realize that. It can't just be like, oh, I'm going to jump into this relationship and they need to give me all the attention. Amberlynn shouldn't have initiated interest in this relationship expecting too much out of this person.
It wouldn't be an issue at all. That was super important to me for her to be accepting of it. And for a little while, it felt good. We actually had fun together. We laughed, joked around, and it was chill. I genuinely enjoyed spending time with her before she started showing me who she really is. I guess it was...
Chazzy, it's as high as it goes. I'm sorry, I can't turn the volume up anymore.
It was a typical scenario of love bombing. After everything I had been through, it was just nice to feel wanted and not so alone anymore. And I say, was it still nice when she came to stay with you? How long was she meant to stay for? Emily says, there were a few little red flags early on, like how Amber would get upset if I didn't FaceTime her for hours every single day.
Oh, this is very reminiscent of season 3. Destiny would be at work and her phone would be in her locker because she wasn't allowed to have it on herself while she was working, and Amber would flip the fuck out. If Destiny didn't go to the car during her lunch to FaceTime with Amber, there would have been hell to pay. This is crazy how she thinks that she can monopolize people's time like this. You need to be on FaceTime with me for hours every day. This is a mom. This is a person that works 12-hour shifts. This is a person that is a homeowner. They have a life. They can't just sit around and play on FaceTime with you all day. They're not fucking 15.
Or if I was busy at work and didn't have time to message her.
Yes, I was very codependent with Destiny, and I can admit that. I can absolutely admit that. I will admit that.
That's a very generous way of saying I was monopolizing someone's time. Codependent. That's not the term I would use, but okay.
100%. I wanted either like a text or like a call just to be like, I love you. My day's been good. That's all. That's all.
No, don't act like it was so nonchalant. Don't act like it was so blasé. All I wanted to know is that she was okay. I just wanted her to text me, hey, I made it to work. I'll see you later. That's all I wanted. I wasn't asking for so much. I really didn't demand that much from her. I just wanted to know that she was okay, that she was having a good day. I wanted her to check in with me. No, it wasn't like that, Amber. You get your fucking ass out to the car and you FaceTime me during your lunch or there's going to be hell to pay. It was more so like that. It's just, I don't, yeah, the whole rewriting history thing kind of annoys me. Codependent. My ass. Isabel Schumacher, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. I appreciate you expanding the community. Welcome, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's get some shoe emojis in the chat for Isabel Schumacher. Thank you, thank you. Marion Pataro, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that, Marion. Thank you for expanding the community as well. We also had Stephanie RN come in hot with 5 gifted. We're already up to 20. Thank you so much, Stephanie RN. Let's get some nurse emojis in the chat for Stephanie.
Because I was home alone 24/7. I'm not perfect. Beck wasn't perfect. Like, I was super controlling of their time, of like their energy. I always wanted them near me, like always.
She'd take it.
Yeah, it was worse with Beck because at least Destiny could go to work and she could have dinner with her mom and shit like that. But she didn't even like when Beck left the house. When it was for errands that Beck was running for Amber, Amber didn't like that. I don't like that you're going to Walmart to get me groceries. It was kind of like during like a period of season 4, it was almost like Amberlynn was like a little bit agoraphobic. Like she didn't want to really do anything, go anywhere. It was just kind of like sit on the couch, be taken care of, monopolize Beck's time, monopolize Beck's energy. Like it was crazy. The siphon that she was on Beck. I mean, on all of them, but Beck particularly. K-Bear, oh my god. On top of the 20 that have already been sent in by our other generous members, K-Bear has just come in hot with 20. We're up to 40 gifted memberships. Really appreciate that, K-Bear. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate you modding tonight. I love that all my mods are here. Thank you, thank you. Let's get some grizzly bear and teddy bear emojis. Guys, and then the generosity has made its way to Twitch as well. Chazzy with 20 gifted memberships. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for including Twitch in this. I really appreciate that, Chazzy. Thank you, thank you. Hey, everybody's getting a membership tonight. I'm gonna have to do my Oprah speech.
Personally, and get upset. During my first visit to Oklahoma, things actually seemed to go really well. But it was a short trip, and we were still in that honeymoon phase. It was during my second visit that things started to feel off. She would get irritated if I checked my phone or responded to messages that...
So the first time, it wasn't that bad. Amber was still being nice. She hadn't let her facade fall yet. But by the second time they got together, that's when it started to go to shit.
weren't about her or focused on her. That visit also happened right after she posted who I was, and the doxing stuff that followed, so tensions were high, so I...
Should we get irritated? You know what, I'm going to move this above my head today because I need to be able to read these texts. That visit also happened right after she posted who I was. Yeah, this is when they went to the casino and stuff. The doxing that followed, tensions were high. This is when they allegedly broke up. This was last summer when Amberlynn came on here and said, "You guys won! You guys won again! You don't want to see me happy!" When they said that they broke up, but then they had so many fake breakups during this season. It was so cringe. Like we really didn't know what to believe. I would have left her ass. I mean, after all, but I mean, like, I don't know what Emily was thinking getting into a relationship. I've said this time and time again. With someone with so many skeletons in their closet and such a egregious digital footprint, why would she think to get into a relationship with someone that has such a problematic following? I mean, yeah, she could claim ignorance, but I don't know. I still believe that I think that Emily likes being in the mud. I still think that Emily likes the drama. There's something about this that she enjoys. Because, I mean, clearly it wasn't her unyielding love for the fupa liquor. Or the fupa licking.
She posted who I was, and the doxing stuff that followed, so tensions were high, so I kind of brushed it off at the time, thinking it was just stress. But everything really started to change when Amber came to visit me. She was originally only supposed to stay for a week or two, tops. It wasn't going to be some extended thing. We were planning on probably around 2 weeks. I think she stayed like 3 months, wasn't it? 3 or 4 months?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what she told her. Oh, I'm gonna come for like a week. Yeah. Maybe like 2 weeks at the most. I don't know. Like we'll play it by ear. Whatever. We'll just vibe it out. No, Amberlynn wanted to move in there permanently. She wanted it to be a permanent thing. That's why she brought her pets. And she probably thought to herself, well, if I go out there and I bring my pets and I make myself at home, then I'm going to just tell my mom to sell all my stuff in my apartment and I'll either lease it out or I'll break the lease. There is no doubt in my mind that when Amberlynn left for Wisconsin, she didn't have the thought in her mind, this is my new home.
2 weeks, because that's when I'd be off work and able to take her home. But by day two, I've only seen these.
Wow, day 2. After 1 day of being with her, she had already made herself at home, and she had already begun to become the nightmare that we know she is.
Was it last night? I haven't slept for ages, didn't I? I've only seen these once as I was talking to Emily, so I've probably forgotten most of it. Because that's when I'd be off work and able to take her home. But by day 2 of her being at my house, things already started to shift. It was weird how high-strung she was that early on. Day 2. I don't know what...
Well, she needed to make her mark. It's no different between like a wolf pack or dogs. Like, you need to make your presence known. You need to mark your territory. You need to come across as the alpha. Amberlynn is a bulldozing type of person. She needs to, this whole like dainty, like, oh, I'm sub. Oh, I listen to what my girlfriend says. Oh, no. Amberlynn is very controlling, very manipulative, tries to be very dominant. She was trying to be the alpha. This is like animalistic behavior. On day 1, she might have played nice, and day 1, it was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, this is so cute. Oh my God, thank you for having me. Day 2, all right, this is my house, bitch. That's what she was starting to try to initiate. Because the same thing, what happened in season 4, where she bulldozed Beck, quite literally razed Beck to the ground. She tries to do in every relationship.
What shifted, or it was the change in environment, but she just acted off. She really didn't like that I had a life outside of her. I mean, I work 12-hour shifts. I have a family, friends.
Emily is the villain here. I have said this in yesterday's stream. I am able to have criticism for Amberlynn with also the same thought in mind that Emily is also a villain. I'm not Team Emily. This isn't 2010 Team Edward, Team Jacob. It's really not. I'm very aware that both of these people have done piece of shit things.
Pets, a house to take care of. I have responsibilities, but anything that wasn't about her felt like an inconvenience to her, and she made that very clear. Well, by day 2, Jesus. I'd get home from a 12-hour shift, completely exhausted from a stressful job, and she'd get upset if I wanted to go straight to bed. She'd say things like, oh,
this is like shit that we would say all the time. That she was working 12-hour shifts and then she was coming home. She probably was tired. She probably needed to, do routine things in her life. And then you have this 600-pound toddler screaming at you in your living room. Yeah, no, that wouldn't fly.
Said if I wanted to...
Oh, you're not going to hang out with me? Oh, you just got home from your 12-hour shift. Well, while you were gone, I was thinking that, like, we could go to the casino. What do you think? She works again in 8 hours. Can we go to the casino?
Go straight to bed. She'd say things like, oh, you're not going to hang out with me. Or ask me to take her to the casino or go shopping. And if I said no, she'd get upset and compare it to her working on vlogs all day. Oh yeah.
If I said no, we can't go to the casino after my 12-hour shift, she would get upset and say, well, I had to vlog. What do you mean that you're tired from work? You're exhausted from a 12-hour shift. I work too. I can still go to the casino. She really does live in her own little world. A 12-hour shift as a nurse is leaps and bounds more taxing than making a piss-ass little vlog for YouTube. Well, I can work and go to the casino. Why can't you? I'm 600 pounds on top of that. You can't keep up? Oh my God. Well, and then this was back in like November, December. This is back when she was doing like Vlogmas. Do you remember her Vlogmas? They were all like 4 minutes long.
She'd get upset and compare it to her working on vlogs all day. Oh, yeah.
Someone actually gave me the idea, 3-minute vlogmases. Like, and if you go over 3 minutes, then off.
Oh, yeah, 3 minutes. Well, it's hard for me to upload every day, but the way that I'm choosing to look at it is, well, if I just do 3 minutes a day, okay, that's something that I can handle. That's a responsibility that I feel comfortable committing to. 3 minutes a day. How many of you guys out there could commit to 3 minutes of work a day? Oh, what a piece of work. C Styles, thank you. Can we discuss how Snowflake hit her with the bait and switch? He completely goaded her into a response, which is going to make... Sorry, there's a typo in here and I don't understand what you're trying to say. But when he put out that I think what you're referring to is his community post where he was like, Amber, you need to get your story straight and you need to get it straight now. Yeah. I mean, Amber was already on stream admitting to stuff that she didn't even know was going to be in this video. Toxic woman, thank you for 3 months. Hey, Selena, thank you for 7 months.
Awesome, that's amazing. At least you're uploading every single day, even if it's 3 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? That's kind of a good idea.
Saying she still had the energy to do things, so I should too. Amber expected me to be constantly available. If I didn't text or call during my breaks, I'm sure we've done this with Destiny.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Destiny. Amberlynn knew, like, on the dot what time Destiny had a break. If she had a 15-minute break at 11:30 and she didn't get a text between 11:30 and 11:45, she probably would have sent Charla after her ass. Take a picture of her. See what she's doing.
Or if I wasn't giving her attention constantly, she'd get upset or start a fight. I told her in the beginning that I need to be able to have alone time because that is how I decompress from stress. We've had arguments about that before. She visited too because she didn't like that. She would.
Well, if you're, I mean, see, I don't see Amberlynn being with like a quiet, reserved person, because if you're the type of person that doesn't deal well with confrontation and you can't deal with arguing and you can't deal with a very formidable presence in front of you, Amberlynn's probably not the girly pop for you. So if she's more quiet, loner, keep to herself kind of person, this isn't going to work because, I mean, Amberlynn demands everything. She's like that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, but in a person.
Always accuse me of not loving her and say how terrible of a girlfriend I was. She what?
See, and that's emotional abuse. Oh, you didn't text me during your break? Oh, you won't take me to the casino after working 12 hours? Oh, I get it. You don't love me. No. I understand. You don't love me. Oh my God.
Wanted me to call out of work anytime she was having a crisis. Or just felt like she wanted me to stay home.
Are you getting my text? I feel really sick and I am having an anxiety attack. I really need someone.
I think we all suspected that, talked about that. She was always in a bad mood because of this. If I did anything that didn't involve her directly, she would start an argument. I was exhausted, trying to juggle everything in my life on top.
And that's very much how Amberlynn wanted it. If I did anything I mean, could you imagine if Emily at this time would have went to go, I don't know, do something with her daughter or do something with a coworker or anything that didn't involve. Amberlynn likes to monopolize people's time and she likes to isolate them from everyone else. Because when you're isolated, you're vulnerable. And when you're vulnerable, that's when she feels that she can wreak the most havoc.
Start an argument. I was exhausted, trying to juggle everything in my life, on top of her constantly being mad at me. We'd get into arguments and she just wouldn't let anything go. She would gaslight, deflect, just typical narcissistic behaviour. It got to the point where I started going into the other room just to sleep because she wouldn't stop arguing with me when I was trying to rest before a shift.
Damn. Could you imagine you have a 12-hour shift coming up and you have this 600-pound woman standing in your bed frame screaming? You're just trying to go to bed and she's just, you don't love me! I put everything on the line for you, bitch! I got my mom to drive me here! Like trying to fall asleep so that you can have some energy for your 12-hour shift, and you have Amberlynn screaming in her Betsy Johnson dress. Oh, God. Isolation is a known abusive tactic. Definitely. Hello, Box. Thank you so much. If I'm the biggest, everyone will believe me. Stephanie, thank you for a year of membership. Les eat Pocahontas. Oh, boy. I saw more Pocahontas fan art. Bumblebee, thank you so much. Lauren, hi Lauren. I just found out my IRL friend is in Girl World and we have the best time sipping this tea together. Oh, that's too fun. That's funny that you guys both didn't tell each other. It's like, hey, I have something to tell you. Wait, you too? Heavy. Hey, Heavy. Thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you sending that in. Let's get something heavy in the chat. Maybe a rock emoji, maybe a mountain. Something heavy.
Came into the room and stood over the bed. Ugh.
I'm just really surprised that she didn't just like keep you locked and cornered into an argument all night and you got no sleep. Because if that would have happened with me and her, that's what she would have done with me.
Oh my God. It is. It's the same shit over and over again. Every season, it's the same pattern. Every season. Well, yeah, she corners you. She and honestly, I mean, like having like a 600-pound mass standing in front of you like that, it probably is kind of daunting, you know? To have that standing in front of you, screaming at you, yelling at you, that giant ass shadow being cast toward you. That is. Amberlynn wouldn't let people leave. Oh, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere.
She told me that if I wasn't going to finish the conversation, which was basically her going on and on about how I didn't love her and all this other crap, then said
she just wanted submission. This was her way of like mentally dominating someone. If you're not going to finish the conversation with me, what conversation, Amberlynn? That I don't love you because I didn't take you to the casino after a 12-hour shift? If I don't apologize for that, she wanted a green light for her nasty behavior. That's all that this was.
Fine. If I can't have peace from being able to have this conversation, then you aren't going to either.
Oh my God. Well, if I can't be satisfied with the way this conversation ends, then you won't either. You have to work in 5 hours? That doesn't sound like my problem. Oh my God. You know that one scene from, what is that show? I think it was Bad Girls Club. It was Bad Girls Club, and there was one of the contestants. She was taking pots and pans and slamming them together, screaming throughout the house, I didn't get no sleep because of y'all, and y'all ain't gonna get no sleep because of me. And she did it over and over and over and over again. That's what this is. It's that scene from Bad Girls Club.
She would then stand next to the bed I was sleeping in and intentionally keep me up all night. I felt like this happened every time she knew I was going to work.
That's fucked up. To do that, especially before someone had a shift. She would pick fights before work started. Oh, she's trying to get a good night's rest before work, huh? She wants a good night's rest before she goes to work. We can't have that. We can't have that. She's not getting a good night's rest. I feel like what Amberlynn was trying to do was she was trying to slowly make it so Emily didn't work at all. Because if you become financially dependent, same thing with Beck. If you become financially dependent on Amberlynn, then she can, be the puppet. She can be the 600-pound puppeteer that she wants to be. Mm-hmm. She probably didn't want Emily to work. Oh, I can support both of us. Yeah, if we do couples content and we do vlogs, I can support both of us. And in all honesty, she probably could. I mean, she probably would have had to get back. She probably would have had to get rid of her apartment in Oklahoma, but to pay Emily's mortgage and, pay for the truck and all that, yeah, she wanted her to get fired or quit. And that's actually what ended up happening. I mean, months after the fact, and I don't know if Emily got a new job. I'd imagine she did, but she wanted Emily to no longer work. So she saw, honestly, what she did was she saw Emily's employment as a deterrent to her own goals. I can't have you at work. This isn't going to fly. You gone for 12 hours of the day? No. No. I need you here wiping my ass. I need you here getting my DoorDash from the front door. This whole you working thing, you having your own financial freedom, you making money, you associating with other people in the real world. No. You need to sit on this fucking couch with me all day, every day. This is the best example of misery loves comfort or company. Golly, it's Molly. Thank you so much for being here again tonight. Hopefully the wifey's with ya. Emo Marshmallow. Thank you. Look up the handy-headed demon from Demon Slayer. But also, this is my first sup, so I guess fat. Thank you so much, Emo. I appreciate that. The handy-dandy demon.
Like she was intentionally keeping me up because she didn't like that I wasn't home instead of at work. Emily again? Yeah, this stuff was happening more and more frequently. And then I say, sounds like she didn't want you to work and just spend all day at home with her. I'm guessing she used BPD as an excuse for her shitty behaviour. How did I know that? She 100% used your BPD. Her BPD as an excuse. That's what frustrating me the most.
Oh my gosh, should we spread that rumor Mr. Snowflake has BPD? And that all of his commentary is just projection?
Imagine having BPD, unregulated, unmedicated, and finding out just betrayal. Like, you go crazy. Like, you genuinely go crazy.
Anytime she'd have one of her tantrums, she wouldn't take any accountability and say it's because she has BPD. And she'd be like, I'm not trying to be mean, I
have BPD. I'm allowed to act like a toxic piece of shit. I have BPD. Oh my God. If someone is an alcoholic and they get behind a wheel and they crash into someone and take someone else's life, do they get to say, well, I'm an alcoholic?
trying to tell you how I feel. When she would literally scream at me about something, like taking 4 minutes longer than I said I would.
Did you really set a timer? I did a couple times. Yes.
Oh, and then later she said that she didn't. You guys remember that? She completely went back on this. There were no timers. What the fuck are you talking about?
Taking 4 minutes longer than I said I would. When I went outside to smoke. Alright. I told her she can't.
Oh my God. She would scream at me when I would be outside smoking a cigarette for like 4 minutes longer than I said I would. You best be not taking too long with that fucking cigarette. I need you in here wiping my ass. Honestly, Amberlynn wants a slave. I will die on this hill. Amberlynn wants a slave. She does.
Use that as an excuse if she refuses to do anything to help herself to get better. She made a lot of false promises of getting into therapy. She told me in so many different occasions that she was signed up and she never went. I remember a video of saying, oh yeah, I found a therapist here in Wisconsin.
So I have actually found a
Look how smug at the beginning of this. Look at the little smile, the half-cracked smirk she does. So I found a therapist. No, you didn't.
A therapist here in Wisconsin.
So I have actually found a psychiatrist slash therapist who I'm going to be speaking to. I'm going to be calling. I have not called yet. I have discovered them. I have found them.
This doesn't mean anything. This means absolutely nothing. Oh, what? Your fat ass went on to ZocDoc and found the name of some MD that's local? That doesn't mean anything. She thinks that getting information is... That's step 1 of like 16 steps. And then you have to call, and then you have to make the appointment, and then you have to set up with your insurance, and then you have to actually go to the appointment, and then you actually you have to be vulnerable with the therapist slash psychiatrist, and you can't lie to them. Psychiatrists don't do therapy. And I mean, I'll just speak from experience. In the United States, it's hard. It's difficult to get an appointment with a psychiatrist. Because so many people want to see psychiatrists and there just like aren't that many of them. And normally, in order to get access to a psychiatrist, you need to do a session or 2 or even more with a therapist before you can unlock the ability to talk to a psychiatrist. I mean, it might not be like that everywhere, but that's how it was for me. You don't just get to like talk to a psychiatrist. So the fact that she was like, oh yeah, I'm going to go see a psychiatrist. I mean, it's difficult to just like willy-nilly go see a psychiatrist. I mean, sometimes there's like waiting lists of months.
I know about them and they know nothing about me yet.
And this is me. Yeah, I remember a video where she said she found a therapist in Wisconsin, and I thought, right, she's been awful to Emily, and this is her way of saying, hey, I'm going to get help. Because that's what she did with Beck a lot. I'll work on myself, I'll improve. And it didn't last very long.
I'll stop being a monster. I'll get better. I promise. I promise. Give me another chance. We won't ever have this conversation ever again because I'm going to go to therapy and I'm going to get better. You have to want to get better to get better. She doesn't want to get better. She does. She just wants to be the bulldozing, manipulative, dominant force in someone's life. Moose, thank you. I've been waiting for this live since the Snowflake video. Thanks for being here, Moose. Incognito, hello there. Spent some time away and came back for the insanity. You mustered up just a little bit of sanity getting away from Girl World to jump right back in. That's smart. Liz, thank you. Amberlynn's eyes were dead the whole weekend except when Colleen was mentioned. Then the anger. Why Emily is doing this now? Well, she also got a little bit fired up when the pets were brought up. So, I don't know. Amberlynn has an Achilles heel. Maybe an Achilles ankle. Kind of the same thing. Viviana, thank you. Labubu Watch Buddy, it needs a mini slushie. Yeah, I've seen that there's like so many accessories that you can get for them. It might just be a fad, and I might, just be like, okay, whatever. Now I have one, who cares? But, I don't know, I'm excited.
So I was going to see a BPD therapist when I was in Wisconsin, but they were located in Wisconsin. And I was wasn't thinking at the time, and I do not live in Wisconsin. I live in Oklahoma. So now I have to re-find someone.
Just me again? So what would you do?
Oh, I have to go on Google. I have to type that same exact phrase, psychiatrists near me. I have to press enter. I have to consider all of the different links that come up. I have to click a link. I have to do this whole process over again. This is just way too much. You guys are expecting way too much from me. I mean, I'll try to get it done in a few days, but if I don't, you do nothing all day. She doesn't want the help. That's what it is.
All day when you were at work. I'm going to take a guess and say nothing. Lay in bed all day watching reaction channels. How could I?
I've always wondered that. Like, what the fuck does she do all day? I mean, I don't know. She doesn't game. She just plays on her phone. I mean, I don't know. I can play on my phone for a couple hours, but I mean, all day, just staring at your phone.
I've gotten that right. Yep, that was one of her manipulative tactics and staying longer when it was getting to the point where I was asking her to leave. She thought she would get a therapist here. I'd let her stay so she could do the therapy. She did a whole lot of nothing, to be honest. She'd sit around and watch YouTube videos, including reaction channels, all day.
Reaction channels.
Shocking. I did her laundry. Again, I think Casey did all the laundry.
Because me and my mom would do her laundry.
I remember back then I would do our laundry for us. I didn't really like people touching my laundry. I still really don't, but I let Destiny do it because I trust her. Chris always does the laundry.
Wow. Every season. And then in season 4, it went from not just doing laundry, but to like ass wiping. It got even more heinous.
I cleaned up after her and took care of the pets. She won't ever let
I cleaned up after her. Oh, so when Amberlynn would have like a Chipotle bowl or some other like miscellaneous bag of takeout, Emily had to be the one to come into the living room and clean up the pigsty. So imagine this little scenario here. She comes home from a 12-hour shift. Amberlynn laid on the couch all day. She has to go in, clean up piss and shit from Amberlynn's pets, clean up the pigsty, and then Amberlynn, all the while, is screaming at her to go to the casino or do something with her. Oh, God. Chris Allen, thank you so much. I've already forgotten about Foodie. Foodie is backburnered until further notice. Anthro Kitty, thank you so much. I've been asleep all day and I have so much to catch up on. Ambergeddon. Is that what we should refer to this as? Ambergeddon. Jordy fan, thank you so much for being here tonight. Been waiting all day. This is the best beginning of the end of summer. Oh my gosh. I don't drink energy drinks ever. Oh my gosh. Thanks for being here tonight. Bibliophile, hello. I bet Amber and Emily orchestrated this. No, I don't think so. The damage and the information that is being released about Amber is long lasting and more impactful on Amber than whatever Amber. I mean, if like what you're referring, like if you're assuming or suggesting that this was all done for money to create some type of, Amberlynn doesn't want the attention. She doesn't want to interact with us. She doesn't want to, she hates that all of this is happening right now. If she could just live her quiet, normal life without any of this going on, she would. Because I mean, like the money that she's made off of the few live streams that she's done, I don't think that it matters to her. I mean, yeah, it's helpful to make money and everything, but I think that if given the option, she would have selected, if she had choosy with this, she would have selected this to never happen. Talk to the turtle. Hey there, I guess I am talking to the turtle. Thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships. I really appreciate you doing that. You guys are being extremely generous with gifted memberships tonight. Thank you. Let's get some turtles in the chat.
Pinky or the dogs out during the day when she was home. So I'll come home from work. Oh yeah, I have to clean up.
Oh, this pissed Amberlynn off. This is what incited the rage. Remember? If you want to fuck around and find out, you can fuck around and find out. Oh my God. That clip was scary. I had to clean up Twinkie's pee off my brand new floor that I had just put in. Yeah, when Amberlynn was talking about the pets and the pets pissing and shitting on the floor, that really got her fired up. So I can imagine her catching wind of Emily saying this again. It probably didn't make her too happy.
Twinkie's pee off my brand new floor that I put in. I was really...
And the only reason Twinkie was peeing on the floor was because Amber wasn't taking her out. And I guess like there weren't enough pee pads, or maybe Twinkie wasn't familiar with the layout of the house and didn't know where to piss. But yeah, Amberlynn laying around all day while she was working a 12-hour shift, and then she came home to piss everywhere and seeing Amber on the couch. I don't think Twinkie's house trained at all. That's why I always suggest that Amberlynn's apartment is pee pad city. Those floors are covered with pee pads. Because wherever Twinkie pisses, it's just, well, you know, hey.
proud of that floor because I recently just put it in and I did it myself, which is a lot of hard physical work. Well, Amber knows about that.
She's claiming property damages because her dog pees on her carpet.
Oh, here it is. Here's the princess rage.
And then Twinkie also was peeing on her carpet. They both were peeing on the carpet. Like while we were sleeping, they both. So what I did was I bought this really expensive, I bought 2 of them. This really cool like gate type thing that she actually still has up to block the yeah, there was pee pads down as well, just for like at night when we were both sleeping and they both.
Oh yeah, at night. Because during the day, I was taking her out. It was just like at night while we were sleeping. Like if they needed to get up and piss, like there was the option for the piss pad. But yeah, like during nighttime, because during the day they were getting taken out. No, they weren't. Then why is Emily saying that she would come home to piss and shit all over the floors? And why did you admit to buying a steam cleaner?
Both had a mind of their own, you know. I use pee pads. Actually recently started using pee pads for when I'm sleeping. I have an elderly dog. It just happens. Dogs are dogs. Oh, like I tried to fix it, like genuinely, and then I ended up buying a whole steam cleaner for her. Like I tried to fucking fix it, bro. But it's crazy because she has this cat named Princess, which she keeps trying to throw out, by the way, on the streets, and I keep telling her not to. She really wants to fuck around. We can fuck around and find out. So I'm fucking done. Anyways, she has a cat that pees all over the fucking downstairs, on the carpet, on the chair, on the couch, on the clothes, on the this, on the that. So stop trying to fucking blame me and my dog for everything in your life because I will literally come for you. Oh,
Damn. See how fired up that got her? Yeah. Amberlynn doesn't like it when you call her out on her piss poor behavior as a pet owner. Yeah. She and Chantal, both pieces of shit when it comes to owning pets. They don't take care of the pets. I mean, the nails, the piss, the shit, the pee pads, the vet visits.
It literally ruined the flooring because the pee would sit there until I got home from work.
Wow. So they would piss on that tile or whatever that was, and then it would soak into the floor because no one would clean it up.
Work to clean it. If you remember one of her vlogs, she talked about her responsibilities of letting the pets out.
So on days that Tommy works, especially, like I have the same like morning routine. I'll wake up, take the dogs out, refill cat food, dog food, water. It's just like every day, just my go-to.
That lasted about 2 days. This started a lot of fights too.
It's just
Didn't Erica say Twinkie was peeing in Amber's closet? I don't have that screenshot of what Erica said on hand. I remember she said that Amberlynn didn't take care of her teeth, and then that actually came to fruition with what we saw recently with the molar getting taken out. Soft, gentle rage. Cinnamon Roll, thank you for 4 months. Check Instagram for Porklyn Reed fan art. Okay. Thank you for 4 months, hon. Bella Morgan, thank you. I've been waiting all day for you, like a kid going to bed on Christmas Eve. You guys crack me up. Lisa McConville, thank you for a year of membership. We've come a long way since the spaceship days. Like and subscribe, everybody. Justice for Rarity. Thank you so much for a year of membership, Lisa.
Back at home in Oklahoma, like my routine is just a little bit different. So having to form another routine, you know, here in Wisconsin is a little hard.
What do I say? Disgusting. Only time I remember her talking about her responsibility with the pets was when she did the video explaining how Rarity got out.
So usually I take the dogs out and this curtain is usually open.
I'm sure she talked about
Yeah, this was all a lie. Amberlynn never once took these dogs out. Oh yeah, while Emily's at work, it's my responsibility to take the dogs out. Never did it. Never took the dogs out. She would lay her fat ass on the couch and sit there all day, and the dogs would piss and shit all over the tile.
that stuff before, but I just can't remember. Actually, before I ask you about Rarity, how bad did the tantrums get? What was the worst? If you're...
I think that this was Snowflake's way of trying to get the video out of her. It's not in this video. It's not in this video. The BPD meltdown that that Emily has of Amberlynn on video. I don't know. Be patient.
Okay, talking about it. If not, I'll shut my face. The tantrums slowly escalated each time. It started with just her shouting at me, to escalating to her slamming doors and punching walls. Anytime I tried to leave the room, she would block doorways.
False imprisonment. This is an example of DV. Not allowing someone to leave a room that they wish to leave. That is an example of DV.
She was also really jealous. Anytime I talked about Colleen, I wasn't allowed to share memories or say anything about it really anymore, or she would end up getting really upset and pissed off at me for the rest of the day.
I know how much she loved Colleen and still does. Like, I fully get that. During arguments, she would literally tell me, "You're never going to be Colleen." Like, just saying how much better Colleen was. Like, I had to literally compare myself, and I was in competition with Colleen every single day of my life. Every single day of my life. Every single day that I was with her. But to continuously use Colleen as like a weapon, it became awkward for me.
It was really hard, but the worst of the tantrums was actually...
Oh, wow. It's almost as if you shouldn't have willingly gotten into a relationship with someone that had their partner pass away 3 months prior. The fact that she was using that as a weapon and it was constantly being brought up, it was awkward for me. Well, you knew that getting into the relationship and you still decided to have your mom drive you there. So, I don't feel bad for you because that's what you signed up for.
The night before Rarity went missing. She saw me scrolling through my phone and there was women on my Instagram feed. She flipped out and said I was microchipped.
Okay, and remember, this is what Amberlynn said was Tumblr, and it was the worst thing imaginable. The way that Amberlynn told this story was drastically different than what we're seeing here with Emily. She saw me scrolling through Instagram and saw women on my feed. Amberlynn said that it was Tumblr, and she saw things that were grounds for divorce. Suggesting to me illegal activity. But later on, she went back on it and said, no, it was just bigger women.
I got really fucking upset. Obviously, anyone, even mentally well people would have been pissed, would have been so fucking hurt. Probably marriages would have been divorced. Like, that type.
This was so obnoxious and unnecessary of her. People would have gotten divorced. If you guys would see your partner looking at Instagram and seeing the gender that they're attracted to, would you flip the fuck out and demand divorce? She made this sound like CP, and she did that on purpose.
Big deal, okay? So we get in a big fight, duh.
The argument escalated really fast. That was the first time she got physical with me. She threw things at me.
Okay, so I think this was the night where they had like the kicking in the stomach or whatever.
She got physical with me. She threw things at me.
And she ends up throwing the can at my car. Made me mad.
You saying if I could hit someone, I would? Okay. I can throw this at someone's head.
Did Amber throw a glass at your mom? Yes. She did.
Like, the fuck? I could take this and throw it? I'm just not a physically abusive person.
I told her I was going to leave the room. She then grabbed...
Well, she's stationary. So if she wants to inflict harm, it needs to be in the form of, you know, her propelling something, her hurling something. Because she herself can't use her hands. I guess unless you're, like, within reach of her. But her weapon of choice is throwing. So I guess if this was Lord of the Rings, she would be somebody with a bow and arrow. She would be Legolas. Ranged. Yeah, she's ranged attacks. Yeah, you're stupid. In video games, someone who fights with a sword or a dagger, like up in your face, that's called melee. But someone who uses like a bow and arrow or they cast spells or whatever, they're referred to as ranged. So Amberlynn is a ranged caster or DPS. I'm dead.
my arm and dug her nails into my arm to the point of drawing blood.
All I remember is she got mad and she...
Yeah, and it's just funny how she ran her mouth about the K-cup holder thing with Destiny's mom. Oh, Destiny's mom threw the K-cup holder at my head. But then countless examples of her throwing shit at people. It was DV. Ah! Okay, well, you did the same shit.
To the point of drawing blood.
All I remember is she got mad and she grabbed my arm. Dug her nails into my arm.
I tried pushing past her to get through the doorway and she pushed back into me.
Oh, look, verbatim. Verbatim, same shit. She started to throw things at me, and I told her that I was going to leave the room. She then grabbed my arm and dug her nails into my arm to the point of drawing blood.
And actually falling on top of me.
I tried pushing past her to get through the doorway. Okay, so at this point, when she said, I'm going to leave the room, Amberlynn sprung up somehow, some way, got in the door frame, and said, you're not going anywhere. So Emily tried to get past her, or push her, shove her, get out of the way. Like, I want to leave the room. I don't want to be in here anymore. Amber was trying to confine her to that room. Amberlynn claims that Emily kicked her in the stomach. And then after that, Amberlynn, in my opinion, what I think happened was, I think that she charged her or she tried to fight back or something, and then she fell on Emily. So yeah, this is the second time that this happened. Because this happened with one of Emily's other exes. They were struggling over a cell phone, and then the fat woman fell on Emily and ended up breaking her rib. So this was probably like PTSD. And Amberlynn falling on top of you, that could do some damage.
Actually falling on top of me.
Gus, thank you so much. Put a heart in the chat if you're Jordy's biggest fan. Aw, thank you, Gus. Adley, hello, Adley. First night me and my fiance are living together. Please tell Haley hi. Crack 2 beers and ready for stupid shit. Oh boy, sounds like a nice night. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you so much. C Styles, hello. You gotta be a real doo-doo for your feeder girlfriend whose last partner died of being fat to make fun of your weight. Trotter, thank you for 3 months.
Remember, I tripped over her rug. I landed into her.
It's so wild the way that she's... So, I mean, I really... with this altercation, the night before Rarity went missing, there's details missing. And I don't know which one of them, somebody's not telling the full truth. Because Amberlynn said that Emily kicked her in the stomach. And then Amberlynn is saying, I tripped over the rug. I don't believe that. I think that Amberlynn like a gigantic hockey goalie stood in front of the door and said, "You're not going anywhere." And I think that Emily didn't like that, and she wanted to shove Amberlynn out of the way. Maybe she did it by kicking Amberlynn in the stomach to get her to move, but I think that Amberlynn, after Emily retaliated to her false imprisonment, she went and tried to shove or, attack Emily for hitting her. It was a fight. It was a fight.
Remember, I tripped over her rug. I landed into her. She
This is such bullshit. I tripped.
fell on the ground. And I'm like, as that's happening, I'm trying to get her, like, as she's falling. I go to grab her off the ground. It didn't work out very well. She's still
That doesn't make sense either. I tripped over the rug, we both fell on the ground, and then I grabbed her. Makes no sense.
landed on the floor. And then she started like hysterically, "How come you pushed me?" I'm like, what is actually
Okay, so then she begins to mock Emily for having an emotional reaction. I mean, you dug... So, according to Emily, you dug your hand into her arm and made her bleed. And then, after she wanted to leave, you blocked the doorway. She wanted to get through the doorway, so she did something to you. She kicked you in the stomach, she shoved you, she pushed you, she did something to you to try to get you to move from the doorway. You retaliated. You went and attacked her, you both fell to the ground, and then she recoiled away from you and said, "Oh, you pushed me, you hit me." She said something along the lines of that. And now Amberlynn is mocking whatever she said in regards to this whole debacle. I'm trying to separate and, make this as, like, clear of a story as I can. But they're both telling two different stories. Her stomach is padded, she's fine. You're stupid. I know, if Amberlynn got kicked in the stomach, would she even feel it?
happening? So she like, I don't know, it was this whole fucking thing, and I was like,
I know. Yeah, being trapped in a room by someone 5 times your size is terrifying, especially because of what happened with Megan. Emily has already had a physical altercation with a whale before. And then the last time that they had a physical altercation, said whale fell on top of her and broke her rib. So if I had another whale coming at me like that, I would have a little bit of PTSD too. Because the last time my ribs got broken. I mean, shit, what's going to break this time?
this cannot be real right now.
I said, Jesus. She says, at that point, I was livid. I told her to go back to Oklahoma, and then I was absolutely done. And this is the night before Rarity, right? Whew, it just pissed her off more. She then grabbed a picture of me and Colleen and held it up and threatened to break it. She knew that it was something.
Okay, so after Emily said, after they were done on the floor, after, shoving that, after they were done shoving each other and there was a struggle on the floor, they started yelling at each other, and then Amberlynn decided to pick up a picture frame of Emily and Colleen and said, "I'm going to break this." Because Emily said, "You need to get out of here. You need to go back to where you came from."
That would hurt me more than anything she could do physically to me. Like the lowest she could go, she let her apologise and then tried begging for me back. Saying that it was her BPD. There it is, At first...
And then at this point, Emily left the house. Amberlynn threatened to break that picture frame of Colleen and Emily, and then she left the house. Amberlynn calmed down and then begins to text Emily saying, "Come back, baby, I love you." It was just a BPD meltdown.
She denied that she did any of those things, which that sucked too.
No, I never destroyed her ex's photo. This genuinely cannot, like, I have never been so gaslit.
And I'm like, am I just imagining the gouges out of my arm?
Yeah. And there's a photo of it somewhere. Hold on. I think I saw it on Twitter, but I don't know if it comes up in this video, but there are photos of her arm with marks on them.
She apologised profusely when she knew that she couldn't gaslight me into believing it didn't happen. At that point, I went to my 12-hour shift after that. Jesus Christ.
Damn. So after that big struggle, that big fight, Emily had to go to work.
Oh my god, then you went back to work, I said. Alright, here we go. After work, I didn't want to go back home. I was exhausted, drained, and didn't want to deal with her crap all over again. She had been blowing my phone up all day trying.
Oh, I bet. Come back, baby. I love you. Oh, blah, blah. I need to see you. Let's talk about this.
Trying to apologize and see if I would change my mind about having her go back home. Okay. After work, I went for a walk to decompress. She was not happy about that and was blowing my phone up asking me to come home. It was about 2 hours after my shift that I got a text from her saying that she couldn't find Rarity.
Okay, so at that point, Emily left after they had their fight. This was the night before Rarity went missing. This gigantic fight that they had. They had this fight. Emily left. I don't know where she did. She probably drove off into the middle of nowhere to smoke cigarettes. Went from smoking cigarettes to work. Didn't text Amberlynn, stonewalled her, didn't text her back, whatever. So all day she was trying to get Emily's attention. You need to talk to me. You need to come home. We need to sort this out. I don't want to move back to Oklahoma. I want to make this work. I'm so sorry, baby. It was just BPD. But, she was trying everything. And Emily wasn't replying to anything that she had to say. So Amberlynn thought to herself, I need to say something that's going to make her respond to me. If she's not replying to my apologies, if she's not replying to me blaming this on BPD, if she's not going to reply to all of the traditional ways to try to get her to respond to me, I need to say something that is going to up the ante, so to speak.
2 hours after my shift that I got a text from her saying that she couldn't find Rarity. She said she hadn't seen her all day but was just telling me this now. At that point I came home right away. I figured she was just somewhere in the house and she was just saying that to try to get me to come home. But after I searched the entire house,
I figured she was just saying that to try to get me to come home. Yeah. Oh, well, you don't want to talk to me? Oh, you don't want to listen to the BPD? Oh, you don't... oh, well, you know what? Something else needs your attention, then.
Amber watched.
I searched the entire house while Amber watched. She wasn't anywhere to be found. Amber watched. Okay, so my question... I remember I said we have questions. Amber says that Emily left the back after this big fight. So my question would be, what door did she leave out of? I want to know that. Because Amber is straight up saying, after the big fight, she stormed off, left the back door open. That's why the back door open was, that's why Rarity was able to get out. So I want to know that. I want to know from Emily, what door did she leave out of after that night? Like what door? Because, when you leave the house, it's like usually you leave out the garage door or you leave out the front door. I mean, yeah, you could leave out the back door, but just from what I've seen of her house's layout, it doesn't seem like that would be the door you would leave out of to get in your car. The kitchen door? If that's the case, how did Amber not notice that the door was open? She did. She did notice that it was open because of the cold breeze.
She wasn't anywhere to be found. At that point, I moved the search outside. I was exhausted, but searched all hours of the night.
Yes, I mean, at this point, she was up for like 24 hours.
Looking for her. I really thought I would find her that night, but it was no luck. I know there's text messages coming up in a second, I'm waiting for that. At that point, I made posters and hung them up all around town to local businesses. I think Amber even said Emily's basically doing everything.
Tommy has made like online posters and put it on different websites and like went outside and we've been like yelling her name.
Posted on social media and lost cat pages. Amberlynn's one job was to call the shelter to make a report. But when I called the shelter after they found a cat that was deceased, that kind of matched Rarity's description, it ended up not being her, the shelter told me no formal report was ever filed. The only info they had was the report.
So Amberlynn never reported Rarity missing. Never contacted the authorities, never, well, the authorities. I don't know if you can call the police to report a missing cat, but whatever the local jurisdiction was for missing pets, she never made the call, she never reached out.
From the lost pet database that I submitted. So at that point, I filed the formal report with the shelter with her description. But they could call if they had anybody turn her in. I'm sure when we saw the report, everybody was like, oh, Amber's got the age wrong of Rarity, and I'm sure there was something else wrong, I'll have to check. But I guess that would check out if Emily did it. Maybe she would get the details wrong because... So anyway, I think that fits, but...
Yeah, there was no formal report because she didn't want Rarity to be found, because so long as Rarity was missing, she had more time. So she was probably trying to warm up to Emily again, trying not to be the nightmare that she is, to get back in the good graces of Emily. I need to stay here. We need to find Rarity. We need to do this together. She ate her. She ate her. Yeah, she did. She did want Rarity to be found. And it was the same thing with Alexis. Hey, I can drive over there and help you guys look. No, that's okay.
I spent hours upon hours driving around looking for her, walking through fields and in between houses. Around my house through the snow. I think that's what everyone thought, yeah. Amberlynn would go in the drives with me, but obviously didn't do the walking around part.
Oh yeah, that's real helpful. So you had this 600-pound menace in your passenger seat, crying and screaming the whole time.
Again, I think everybody, said that. I would get so pissed when...
So, I'm just kind of putting it in perspective here. So, Emily was sleep deprived. She was exhausted. She wanted Amberlynn to go back to Oklahoma. She was done with her. And then Rarity goes missing. Emily puts in all the effort in terms of making posters, making signs, making phone calls to try to get Rarity to be found. And Amberlynn is just sitting in the passenger seat crying and screaming. So at this point, Amberlynn told us that Emily said, I want to knock your teeth down your throat. I mean, yeah, obviously that's not okay to say, but I don't even know if there's a but to it, but the girl was sleep deprived, she was exhausted, and now this new problem came out, and Amberlynn wasn't helping. She was being probably more of a deterrent than she was helping, and she was screaming and crying. Like I'd be frustrated too. That's all I'm gonna say.
Around part. Again, I think everybody, said that. I would get so pissed when we were driving because she would have her head buried in her phone playing a stupid Farmville type game instead of looking out the damn.
Okay. So yeah, on top of all of that, what I just said, Amberlynn wasn't even helping from the passenger seat. She was playing Farmville. Because she didn't want Rarity to be found. That's just it. She didn't want Rarity to be found. Yeah, I just want to play. I just want to scream, bitch, and moan from the passenger seat while you do all the work, sleep deprived, while I play Farmville.
Window to find her cat.
I have this app on my phone. It's a game. It's called like Harbor Gossip or Gossip Harbor. I don't even know, but I'm like obsessed with it. I've been obsessed with this game, Dice Dreams.
I loved Rarity, and she was a sweet cat that would always sleep on my chest. I did everything I could to try to find her. I can't say 100% that she purposely let her out, but Given the circumstances, the situation doesn't look good. No, it does not. If it was a ploy to get...
Did everything I could to try to find her. I can't say with 100% certainty that she purposely let her out, but given the circumstances, the situation doesn't look good. Well, Amberlynn here, I mean, unless there's video footage, we just need to take a look at it for the facts that are there. If there's no video footage of Amberlynn actually letting the cat out, this is just going to come down to she said, she said. Which in girl world, that's fine. You know, in a court of law, that wouldn't fly, but for girl world, she said is fine. I think that given the circumstances, the timing of that gigantic fight that they just had, and the fact that Amberlynn was reaching out to her, getting no response, she needed to do something drastic to force her hand and get a response.
her to be able to stay in Wisconsin longer, then I guess it definitely worked.
It was a lengthy stay that became lengthier because we loved being around each other, which
I need to do some of these. Millie Gonzalez, thank you so much. I appreciate you and your husband being here tonight. Giselle Sinclair, thank you for 2 months. Hey, I appreciate that. Jordy Fan, thank you again. Stick to the Witch's Brew. Let's like the stream all. If you guys wouldn't mind pressing the thumbs up on the stream, it does help with the algorithm. Thank you so much for suggesting that. Nick Gross, hey, fat girl drama time. It certainly is. It's going to be fat girl drama time all week because we have a lot of footage to get through. Treasure, thank you so much. Ready for the Lord's opinion on this situation. I am Lord. Yeah. K-Bear, thank you for 3 months. What still kills me in all this is that Amber's new laws don't even make her look good. Also, the block button is simple, Amber, yet you don't use it for Emily. That's because the girls don't leave. I have a golden rule of Girl World. It's called the girls don't leave. They don't end relationships. They're always the ones getting dumped. So if this is going to end, it's going to end current relationships. Well, I guess that Emily and Amberlynn aren't together anymore, but you know, because Emily did this thing with Mr. Snowflake, it's like, okay, that's the end of the relationship. Same thing with Foodie Beauty. Foodie Beauty following Salah to the depths of Syria, for fuck's sake. She's not going to leave. He's going to have to end it. MB, thank you. Emily didn't really address how Rarity got out. Well, Emily was at work. So all Emily knows is that Amberlynn texted her and said, I can't find Rarity. Amberlynn is alleging that Emily left the back door open after their big fight, and that's how she got out. Momo, thank you. Got Cheesecake Factory to honor our girl. Ooh, hey. I like Cheesecake Factory every now and then. Thank you. Cosmos, caught your live while I'm studying for my calc midterm. Ooh, good luck. Sine, cosine, tangent, derivative. That should help. You'll be fine. Cushy, thank you so much for 1.5 years of membership on Twitch. I appreciate you being around for 1.5 years, Cushy. KRL, thank you. The worst part, second to Sweet Rarity, is the gunk on Amber's laptop. Yeah, if you guys want to see this real quick, this was taken from Despectful Moments on Instagram. This is Amberlynn's laptop. Take a look at that. Look at all the debris and dust and just like dirt and nastiness. That's gross. Icky. Yeah. I mean, that is a thick layer of just nastiness.
which then became lengthier once Rarity went missing. I was not going to leave her here.
And see the text messages coming up 2 seconds. Me again. I don't know if you're like Amber and keep old messages, but do you have any messages from Amber about Rarity going missing? It's the one after this one. Yeah, I do. I have the message of her initial reporting when she's missing, which is time-stamped. It shows that her story that she posted on her vlogs about being missing at 5 a.m. was not correct.
When it happened, it was 5 in the morning.
These are the texts between Amber and Emily. Amber says, "So am I leaving? Wait,
Well, the way that Amberlynn will respond to this is that she'll say, wait, hold on. About her missing at 5 a.m. was not correct. Yeah, but the whole reason why she told that story was because she was doing it for But I guess, like, we were all under the impression that it was Amberlynn. But Amberlynn, oh my God, there's so many layers to this. So Amberlynn told us it was her. But then she said that it wasn't her, it was Emily, and that she did that to protect Emily. So I guess only recently her story changed. And then she said that the reason why she filmed that demonstration of this is how the cat got out the back door, it was to protect Emily. Layers of lies. And that's what's tricky about lies. When you tell a lie, you better have a good memory. Because usually when you tell a lie, you need to tell another lie to cover up that lie. And then it just, spreads like a disease.
It shows that her story that she posted on her vlogs about being missing
But Emily wasn't even home.
at 5 a.m. was not correct.
When it happened, it was 5 in the morning.
These are the texts between Amber and Emily. Amber says, "So am I leaving? Wait, I read that wrong. I also have moments where I snap at you. I haven't been able to find Rarity all day." What time is this at? 10:06.
Oh, so this was at nighttime. So Amberlynn said that she felt the cold breeze sometime in the morning. That whole day went by where she was pestering Emily, text me back, I need to hear from you. That didn't work. So then she said, at 10 o'clock at night, I haven't been able to find Rarity.
"I need help finding her, please. I've been calling her name and looking everywhere all day." Emily says, "I'm afraid to come home, to be honest." Amber says, "I didn't go to the back porch."
I didn't go to the back porch, yet you're alleging that Emily left out the back porch and you noticed that door being open. So you admitting here on November 17th at 10 p.m. that you never went to the back porch, that's telling us that either that back door was open or you didn't know that that back door was open. But I'm inclined to believe the former. I didn't go to the back porch. If Amberlynn let Rarity out and she left that back door open, she probably kept that back door open for when Emily came home and she wanted Emily to realize that that back door was open. Amber didn't want Emily to know that she knew that that back door was open. So she probably had that back door open. Emily came home and then Amber said, "You left the back door open." She tried to frame her ass. But why would Emily have ever opened that back door? That's why I want to know. That's like why I wrote down in my questions here. I want to know what door she left out of. Because why would that back door have ever been open? So Amberlynn saying here, I didn't go to the back porch. That's her wanting Emily to see that the back door was open, and she wanted Emily to discover that herself. Why wouldn't Amberlynn check the back porch and then say so in a text? I agree. This is very strange. This is a strange detail. Texting someone, I didn't go to the back porch. Colonel Mustard, thank you. A brief intermission from the drama. Wanted to call attention to what an awesome streamer you are, an amazing community you have. You're so smart and quick-witted. Oh my God. All the compliments. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Colonel Mustard. Thank you so much for being here. Deborah, hi Deborah. Amber's live was at 3:25 a.m. here in Melbourne. My name came out of her mouth as I feel dirty. Well, girl, at least you can shower.
Amber says, "I didn't go to the back porch." Amber made a whole demonstration video at the back porch explaining what had happened. But here she's telling Emily, "I didn't go to the back porch." Don't be afraid. I'm not going to cause you any stress. You can come home and go into the bedroom. I'll stay in the living room till you wake up for work. 10:26 p.m. If you didn't hurt me on purpose, why would you regret it? Get real. I don't want you to touch me. Amber says, I regret anything I've done that has hurt you. I understand.
I don't know if it's in this video, but I swear that I saw pictures of her arm somewhere on Twitter, I think. We'll find them. Don't worry. And she told Alexis not to help. No, that's okay. Alexis, you don't need to come out here and help. Nook, thank you. First super chat, I recently got my boyfriend into Girl World, and he asked me what's currently happening. He asks me for fat girl updates periodically. We got another one. Thank you, Nook and Nook's boyfriend.
Oh my god, Princess is out. Emily's cat.
Oh yeah, at that point. Yeah, at that point, she wanted Emily to come home. So these texts, I haven't been able to find Rarity all day. I need help finding her. All she said to that was, I'm afraid to come home. She didn't say, oh, okay, I'll come home and help look. All she said was, I'm afraid to come home. That wasn't good enough for Amber. That wasn't the response that she wanted. So then she said, okay, well, not only is my cat missing, your cat is missing. So you really need to come home now and help look for the cats because Princess is missing now too. She was trying to do anything to elicit a response.
On purpose, why would you regret it? Get real. I don't want you to touch me. Amber says, I regret anything I've done that has hurt you. I understand. Oh my god, Princess is out. Emily's cat. Princess is out. She just went up the stairs into the bedroom. I was so confused for a minute. Emily, can I ask you something? What? Can I have another chance? No. So you want me...
I don't know why I find that so humorous. Can I have another chance? No.
To pack my bags and leave? Yes. Check, snap.
I mean, this is as straightforward as it gets, Amber. Can I have another chance? No. So you want me to pack my bag, get your shit and leave? Yes. So then this was quite as straightforward as it could possibly be. I'm done with you. Leave. Well, Rarity and Princess, and you can't kick me out. She was grasping for anything at this point.
Please. I've been abused before, and I was dumb to have stayed with her because look what it led to. And Amber says, I would never do that. I sent a whole video. It's taking forever to send.
Famous last words of an abuser. I wouldn't abuse you.
Anyway, there's the text messages.
You think every abusive person admits to it being abusive? Get real. Marion Butler, thank you for being here tonight. We're being fed. So lucky to have you as our overlord. Thanks for working OT. They both suck. Hope y'all have a great week. Mega fat. Thank you for being here tonight, Marion. It is going to be an interesting few days. Shannon Murphy, thank you so much for the membership.
I'll make another video talking more about it, but I'll keep reading. But yeah, very different to Amber's demonstration video. Funny that.
We get in a really...
Every abuser says, I would never hurt you. And if they do hurt you, they'll rationalize or try to rationalize to you why they did. Well, it was your fault. Look what you made me do.
really fucking bad argument. She leaves
You made me dig my nails into your arm.
through the glass door, leaves the door open. I did not notice because I did not go near the door. I did not go near the door. I was sitting at the kitchen table waiting for her to come home. And that's when I noticed the cold breeze. Literally left the fucking door open.
You know, we'll move on to a new day, a new drama. But some memes stick out and really withstand the test of time. I really hope that the cold breeze withstands the test of time. The cold breeze is iconic.
And she booked it so fast, she didn't even close the door. It was just a lot. In my brain, I was thinking, there's no way Rarity got out. We're good. You know, it's like one of them things. But it was the next day when I was like, something really just does not seem right.
Is there a wind emoji? I think that there is. Can we get the wind emoji in the chat for the cold breeze?
I haven't seen Rarity all day. I'm thinking, oh my god, I've been taking the blame this whole fucking time. I've been taking the blame this whole fucking time.
Right, me next. Well, that doesn't look good. She made a couple videos crying about Rarity. Were you off screen watching this, and what did you think? Because her acting is shite. I don't remember saying that. I mean, it's true. Her acting is shite. I've always thought that. I didn't buy she was genuinely sad. Nobody did that, not just me. I was home for a few of them that she filmed. It was always after a fight between her and I. I think she wanted to take advantage of the tears and the crying and put it on camera.
Damn. It was always after we got in a fight, and she wanted to take a... So she wanted the emotional rollover of her and Emily fighting, because that actually bothered her. The cat missing, the cat running away, okay, who gives a fuck, whatever. Emily and I fighting? That actually makes me feel a certain kind of way. Let me go on camera and cry about Rarity, but actually feel like it's me and Emily. That's insane.
She just wanted to venture out. I know she just wanted to see.
So this crazy little like meltdown video of Rarity's missing was actually her using emotions of being threatened to be kicked out. Oh my god. The tears were never for Rarity. I don't even see any tears, do you?
No. Like, I don't know where the fuck she is, and it's been just like literally sorry.
I even asked her, why would you film right now if you're this upset? Which she would get pissed, so I never mentioned anything about the vlogs. Yeah. She was obviously the expert and always knew what the right thing was to post. And I say, oh yeah, she's smashing YouTube. Right, sorry, bastard. Emily says, a person can only watch so many videos about Legos, Choosy, and the occasional bingo session before boredom sets in. She really doesn't do a whole lot of anything. And then I say, I always thought her...
I don't know what she does on her fucking phone all day. How long can you guys play on your phone before you get bored? I would say maybe an hour to 2 hours before I have to have some other type of stimulation. I can't just stare at a phone. Now, I mean, a computer game, a video game, that's different. But like just playing on your phone, watching videos about Legos. What the fuck does she do all day? I mean, even now, she just watches reaction channels all day. Probably. J to the James, thank you. I'll never understand why she kept getting back with Emily when Emily would run to haters and reaction channels every time they broke up. The girls don't leave. The girls don't end relationships. That's kind of it. Nicole, hi Nicole. I called Amber Pocahontas earlier on her live and it really triggered her, but I got 200 likes on my comment, so it felt like a double win. Love you, Jord. Oh my gosh. I saw some people saying yesterday in the chat that Pocahontas is racist. So maybe she'll try to take that avenue with it to justify why we shouldn't be calling her Pocahontas or be laughing at the fact that Emily said that. I don't know. Maybe she'll take that route with it. Stego Lego, thank you so much for the super chat.
Rarity videos seemed fake. Well, so did everyone, not just me, yeah. Usually when she knows she's in the wrong, but doesn't want to admit it, she's over the top and extra dramatic about things, yes. And she was definitely over the top. And I say, what was she like in the following weeks or however long? What she said about Rarity. Did she talk about Rarity? Oh, may as well. Also, not to bombard you, but I'll ask while it's just popped in my head and I'm still awake. I just saw a clip earlier today of you and her at the Billie Eilish concert, whatever she's called. Still don't know. You looked miserable. We did talk about her because I was actively searching for her. She would say how much she missed her every once in a while, but she definitely handled it better than I would have ever if I lost my pet.
Oh, that makes me miss Rarity. I miss her so much. Sorry. Moment of silence.
She would cry some.
Oh my god, the moment of silence. The moment of silence. That's wild. Hi King Thorgrim, thank you. Drama ain't over till the big lady plays choosy.
Times, but she didn't cry like she did on camera about her. Oh, okay, right. I definitely feel like this was a huge distraction from the big fight that happened. Oh yeah. It seemed to blow over faster than it should have. I wanted to keep it civil while she was here, while we were looking for the cat. That's when she tried signing up for therapy in Wisconsin to show that she was going to get help for how she acts.
I need to do therapy for BPD. So, I found a dude. Why did I say it like that?
We would argue on and off though, but she was actively trying to.
So she handled it pretty well. When Rarity got out and ran away, Amberlynn was pretty blasé about it. Yeah, she cried a couple times, but, you know, mostly it was like, okay, well, now I get to stay, yee!
Minimize her tantrums. I bought those tickets for her well before this happened. They were really expensive, and because they were in a premium seat, I couldn't resell them. I knew how much it meant to her to see Billie, so I took her. I tend to forgive too easily. At me again. So how did you get her to leave eventually? Because she told us she left because she was a grown-up and had an apartment.
Well, remember we all, like, suggested that they got seats in, like, the disabled section or whatever? Because she, like, took an elevator or whatever to her seat. I remember when the Billie Eilish concert happened, it was suggested that they got seats meant for people with disabilities. I couldn't resell them because they were in a premium seat. I don't know. At that point, I wouldn't have taken her to the concert. I just would have ate the money. I mean, I don't know how much they paid for those tickets. 2, 3, 4 grand. Get the fuck out. Get the hell away from me. I'm not taking you to some concert.
To her to see Billie, so I took her. I tend to forgive too easily. At me again. So how did you get her to leave eventually? Because she told us she left because she was a grown-up and had an apartment or some nonsense. There was something stupid like that, wasn't it?
What was the real reason you went back to Oklahoma and didn't stay in Wisconsin? Because I have a whole ass apartment. I have a whole life here. I love my apartment. I love living alone in a responsible way. I belong here right now. So that is why we're currently in a long distance relationship, but I do see us moving in together in the future.
Didn't make sense anyway. Also again, while it's in my head and I'm awake, I bet driving her home wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. I think that's when Mop Legs was born, wasn't it? The drive home. Bottom of her feet just mopping up the piss out of truck stop bathrooms.
Oh. Yeah. Her going in and out of truck stop. If you've ever been in a truck stop bathroom, I mean, you would think that some people don't know up from down. I mean, just piss and shit everywhere usually. So her, with her untailored pants, walking around, dragging her fabric along, mopping up the piss. Ew. And then she would get in Emily's car after. Ew. But then, when he called her mop legs, it was about the fabric going over her shoes. But then she tried to say, "You're making fun of my lipedema." Tone Pex, thank you for 8 months. Serotonin and the City, thank you for 14 months. Appreciate your prime. Welcome back. Lizer, hello, thank you. Les Expose. Noah, thank you. Our friend group made it out of the group chat. Gracie, Alex, and Peachy tuning in from the same room. Oh boy, you got a whole gang watching. Hello, Noah and friends.
She's so gross, man. Ugh. She couldn't keep up her normal behaviour for too long before her true self came out again, and we started.
How did she wipe at the truck stop? She probably either didn't, or she took that real thin sandpaper toilet paper and rolled it up into a big ball and went to town on the corner of the sink. I don't know. These are things that I don't like to think about.
Started arguing all the time. I finally got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore and told her she's going back home. I drove her back home to Oklahoma myself instead of waiting for her mom to come do it. I don't know why she was insistent on making it.
Yeah, because if she would have waited for the mom to come and pick her up, Amberlynn would have came up with excuses. Oh, well, she can't come until next Friday. Well, she can't take off work. And then when next Friday would come along, she would be like, oh, something came up. She can't come pick me up until next Tuesday. And then next Tuesday would come. Oh, well, she can't take off work. That's why she probably just had to take her herself. If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. So she drove her back to Oklahoma on her own. Sounds like that's what needed to happen.
Seemed like it was her decision. All right, why Amber was acting to us like, oh, it's my decision. Right, okay.
I don't want to talk about this, but I was in Wisconsin and I chose to come home myself because I love living by myself. Like,
that car ride must have been absolute torture. Well, if you remember back to the end of season 5, there was a similar car ride that took place. Jade and Amberlynn at that point were broken up. Jade did not want to drive her from Kentucky to Oklahoma. Alexis almost had to intervene and take Amberlynn to Oklahoma. So it was a very awkward car ride cross country like that has already happened once. So Jade and Amberlynn in the car for over 12 hours, awkwardly hating each other, and then it happened again with Emily.
Genuinely,
Tommy didn't want me to leave. Tommy said I am welcome there for.
It was my decision to come back to Oklahoma. She wanted me to stay. You're a liar, Amber. You lie. You are a liar that lies. Harley Beth, thank you for your membership. Glad that the streams are cheering you up, hun. Apple Pie, hello. My boyfriend broke up with me, so I gotta cure my angst by seeing Porky have a worse life than me. I gotta feel better about myself by knowing that her life is more shit than mine. That's one way to cope. Shadow Quest, thank you. This is a setup by them to make Amberlynn money. Guys, it isn't. It really isn't. I mean, the few $1,000s that she's making off of this isn't. Amberlynn hasn't been motivated to make money on YouTube in a very long time. This is not fake, in my opinion, anyway.
Ever.
Oh, it was 19 hours. I drove 19 hours straight through and flew home the next day. It took that long because of all the stops she had to take. Oh, God, yeah. That was the longest drive of my life, figuratively and literally. Within the first hour of the drive, she was screaming at me so much that Twinkie freaked out and jumped under my feet on the driver's side floor. I was driving on the highway and I had to pull over because she won't come out. I don't even remember what.
Damn, Amber, you trying to go 2 for 2? Holy shit. She was screaming at Emily. Twinkie got scared from all of the yelling, jumped to the floor, and hid under Emily's feet because Amberlynn was raging from the passenger seat. I had to pull over because she wouldn't come out. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pull a dog out from under your feet while you're driving on the highway.
She was mad at me about. I think it was a comment over me getting to choose the music on the radio since I was driving that long and she wanted to choose.
That's something that really, it's a pet peeve of mine. when people distract the person driving a vehicle, that really annoys me. Whenever I see videos of like somebody in a passenger seat like hitting or trying to kick or doing something to the driver to distract them, big pet peeve of mine. But of course, because she doesn't know the responsibility that it takes to be behind the wheel, because Amberlynn has never driven before. So that doesn't surprise me that she would be screaming and not taking into consideration the safety that a driver is responsible for when operating a vehicle.
To listen to.
Have you enjoyed the ride so far?
I do. I like it. Even the music and everything.
Even the music.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
We had a Billy.
That's how accidents happen. Yeah. So, I mean, say Twinkie jumped under her foot, Emily, out of instinct or something, slammed on the brakes, they got rear-ended or something, and then someone else in another vehicle died because of that. Distracting a driver is definitely a choice. Emo Marshmallow, thank you. Sorry about not checking my last super chat. I was excited. I meant to say the many-handed demon. Oh, I was able to find it. Thank you, Emo. Livy, hello. I've been an avid replay watcher of you for a few years, but I had to be on time today. Thank you so much for joining us live, Livy.
Stylish
Are you happy?
streak, yes.
That's what
And
matters.
I appreciate you guys taking me.
That's what matters.
No. Yeah, this is her again. After she was back home, she tried ringing me back in, saying she was going to therapy and actively working on it, and maybe the distance would be good to help us eventually be able to be together again without the fighting. We had a lot of on again, off again stuff. I think we all knew that as well, yeah. Every time I tried to cut things off after things were getting bad again, she'd always have some sort of health scare to bait me back in. Well, that
Okay, and here's where I have a little bit of criticism for Emily as well. This whole like, oh, she baited me to be in a relationship with her and everything. I mean, at that point, you drove the woman back to her house in Oklahoma. You dropped her off. You're an adult. You can block them. So Emily still had her hands in the mud. She was still involved. Whatever she was trying to get out of her relationship with Amberlynn, she was still interested in some capacity. She would have a health scare and she would bait me back in. Emily, I'm still under the assumption that Emily wanted to be involved in some capacity. Did Amberlynn make shit up and try to bait her and make it hard for her to break up with her? Probably. But, you know, she liked the fat. Emily wanted that new.
doesn't sound like Amber at all, does it?
So they're doing everything they can. She was like, oh, it just means like you could possibly have a blood clot. That's why we checked your lungs. What? I'm itching so hard. I am causing welts.
Oh, and then I say that she's done that on YouTube for years, gets found out or has some big drama, and then returns.
And then, because I remember at this point during season 6, I was looking at this and I was thinking she probably sent her back to Oklahoma because it was a lot more attractive to her to have a long distance relationship with Amberlynn. Well, if I don't have her in my hair living with me, constantly breathing down my neck, I could probably make a relationship work with her in small doses. And we all probably have people like that. You can tolerate some people, but if they're around you all the fucking time, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to wring your neck. But in small doses, okay, yeah, I like them. Okay, yeah, I can do that for a little bit. So maybe she was trying to have a relationship like that, where it was kind of like her and Colleen, because Colleen was living in the hospital. Well, I can still have my life. I can still do what I want. And whenever I want to go and visit Colleen, I can just go to the hospital. Whenever I want to get laid on or whenever I want to do what I do with Amber, I can just go visit her for a long weekend. That's called being too close for comfort. Yeah. So maybe she thought, well, I could do this relationship stuff with Amber as long as we aren't together. Because when she's living with me and in my house, it's too much. An online ship. Yeah. Chunky Doodoo, thank you for the bits. Dimitri, thank you for your subscription on Twitch. Hello, Dimitri. Kel, hey Kel. I can't wait to see what you get as a Labubu, also fat. So I ordered a Labubu off of the official website. And when I looked today, it said, does not ship for 3 to 4 weeks. And I was like, I don't want to wait a month to get my Labubu. So it was $27. So I went onto eBay and I ordered the same mystery box, and it comes this week. So yeah, I bought one on eBay because I wanted it faster. So I guess I'll have 2, but that second one might not come till September. Kiwi, hi. Hear me out. Emily's story about the abuse matches up too well with the exes. At certain points, it's nearly word for word. Well, I mean, so what are you kind of suggesting here? That she copied the ex's breakup stories? I mean, but you could say that about Beck. There's a lot of overlap, and there's a lot of same stories being told of what happened in season 1 versus season 3 versus season 2 versus season 4. Like, I mean, no. I mean, you're definitely allowed to bring this type of thought to the conversation. I don't agree with Emily had to copy Beck or another ex's story. It all seems way too familiar. That text message is so damning. Emily is an avid watcher. Pattern of behavior. That went through my mind too, but abusers tend to have patterns. I don't think that she's copying. I think that this is a pattern. Amber just has a pattern. It's seeming like in the chat right now, the consensus is that this is being agreed upon, that this is a pattern of behavior. More so it was a copy and paste of what Beck or Destiny may have said in the past. It seems familiar because this is just Amber's MO. Abusers have patterns and habits. They'll all do the same thing to everyone. Yeah, because I mean, the clip that he showed earlier of when Beck and Destiny were talking to one another, Beck straight out said to Destiny, I'm surprised that she never cornered you in the room. I'm surprised that she never did this to you. So they were kind of having banter back and forth of like, oh yeah, she did that to me too. Oh yeah. Like they were kind of finding common ground in that capacity. Emily isn't getting any benefit sharing this. Well, I mean, Emily, I don't know. I mean, Emily clearly wants to get something off her chest. She has a story that wants to be told. But in terms of like, I don't know. She's not going to clear her name, and she's not going to make any money. So, yeah, I guess that could be taken into consideration. She doesn't really have anything to benefit from doing this. Because if Emily thinks that Girl World is just going to be like, oh, Team Emily, we love Emily, that's not what's going to happen. Cheese Lover, thank you so much. I always thought that Emily only stayed for gratification and it was never an actual romantic relationship. That's also what Amberlynn suggested, and that's why she was so upset the first night that she went live at 3 a.m. She only viewed me as an object. Hi, Jenny. Some animals mark their territory by peeing. Amber throws it on the sink corner. Is that how she marks her territory? Ew. Mojo, thank you. Even if it's 3 minutes, I'm proud of myself. That definitely needs context. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I will be back in a minute.
With, oh, hey guys, I have a new health issue. And also poor Twinkie man. Anytime I've seen that dog on camera, they look terrified. I know why now. Again, I'm probably remembering wrong, but I'm sure Amber said she was on FaceTime with you when she was in a store with her mum when you ended it. Probably remembering it wrong. Sorry, probably am. How did you end it and how did she take it? Both her pets would get scared during a tantrum. Wasabi would always run and hide in his little enclosed litter box when she would yell. I felt so bad for him. I feel bad for Twinkie too, being stuck inside 24/7. I had to say I have no idea about when or what time she's referring to about being in the grocery store. I might be remembering it wrong, probably am. I had to end it for a multitude of reasons. She obviously didn't take it well. There was a lot of threats made of trying to ruin my life if I said anything publicly of her online.
So you know what? I'm a fucking snowflake. But if you share a video, which I have never shared screenshots of, if you share a video of me during a BPD meltdown where I'm half naked due to your betrayal,
See, and that's what I don't really understand about that threat. I'm going to ruin your life. I mean, what more could you have done to Emily at this point? I mean, her online reputation, her digital footprint is already trashed. Amber's live. Well, I mean, you know, hey, we'll start with that tomorrow then.
that's when
But, I mean, I'm going to finish the documentary.
suing will entice, will happen. Absolutely.
It's a soft love. It's a soft love, it really is. She still tries to reach out to me. Sometimes she's civil, and sometimes she's absolutely unhinged. You don't say. Emily again. She did do a lot of threatening anytime she felt like she didn't have control of the situation. I'm still worried she's going to totally lose it once she finds out I talk to you.
I should be fucking showering right now. I should be fucking washing my hair. I should be just fine and dandy. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack right here.
Well, she went live twice, just before bed and when she woke up. When I watched that...
Damn. That's crazy. That's screen grab.
Well, she went live.
He's not going to snipe. I have no interest in sniping. I'm sorry if that's not you know, what you want, but I am not going to snipe her live. I am going to finish this documentary, and then tomorrow we will move on to something else. People are going to leave. That's fine. But this is the game plan today, and this is what we're going to do. So we are not sniping. Sniping would be like if I pulled up her live stream and live reacted to whatever she was doing right now.
Twice, just before bed and when she woke up. When I watched that Beck and Destiny collab, I was shocked at the similarities. Yeah, it's the same MO, isn't it? Unless they're not giving all the details. I feel like she's gotten worse since then, not better. Maybe she was just rough on me because I didn't put up with her crap or fall for her manipulation.
Yeah, she was trying to beat her down. Maybe she was just rough on me because I didn't put up with her crap. Yeah, it's because she tried to stand up for herself. She tried to fight back. She tried to leave the house. She tried to say, you need to leave. She tried to put up some type of rebellion, and that's not what she wanted. She wanted her to just be like, okay, and be bulldozed the way that Beck was.
I do feel drained too. Oh, have I missed a message? Sorry. Anyway, I think I said I felt drained just listening to it, so it must be worse for her. Do feel drained too. It's not a time I like to think about or remember. It's all a lot. I appreciate you respectfully listening to what I have to say, so I can share my side of the story and not let her control the narrative. Is that it? That's it. I'm just glad they were in order. Like I said, the first time, well, the only time I've went through them is when I was talking to Emily, and then I quickly put them up, and then I've done this. Right, that is it. Well, it's it for now. Because I know she's gone live twice and blamed Emily for Rarity getting out. And today, I only caught a couple of clips, but she seemed very smug. So, the end of this video was meant to be me saying something along the lines of, Amber, take accountability, like you didn't do with Beck. Take accountability, say sorry, and genuinely try and improve. And this won't go away, but it'll be the end of it for me making videos and for Emily. Emily just wanted to get this off her chest. And this would have been it. This would have been my only video, and Emily would have been done. However, because Amber is super smart and acted very smug in today's live stream and blamed Emily, Emily is rather...
I mean, there's definitely more that I would like clarified. I don't know if there is much else to say in terms of the story that they know that we didn't, but it's kind of seeming like from the time that she was living with her to the time that she left, we have a pretty good idea of what happened. There are some hazy, foggy, vague details when it comes to the night that they had that big fight and then Rarity going missing the next day. But ultimately, unless Emily has video footage of Amberlynn doing it, it's just going to come down to she said, she said.
Pissed. And now it's not the end of it, which it was gonna be.
But of course, given the context and given the timing of the text messages and all that, I'm inclined, given Amberlynn's history, I'm inclined to believe that Amberlynn let the cat out. That's my personal opinion. Do I have evidence? Do I have a fact? No. I only know of what I was told. And I made my decision that way. Mackenzie Austin, thank you so much. Are there any videos from back in November when Rarity went missing? Considering Amber had access to security cameras, is it possible she deleted the footage? That'd be a good question for Emily. So, I mean, there are some details that I still need filled in. Guys, Sarah Thrush just sent in 10 gifted memberships. I really appreciate you doing that, Sarah. Thank you so much. In addition to being one of Amberlynn's recipients of a gifted membership, Sarah has sent 10 of her own here. Thank you so much, Sarah Thrush. Tongue emojis in the chat. Thank you, Sarah. When did Amberlynn get to Wisconsin? I don't remember the exact day.
So we're not done. I don't think we're done anyway. From the little bit of conversation I had with Emily today, I don't think we are done. And there is more to come out. Yeah. So yeah, just Amber shot herself in the foot by just having to go online and lie and act really smug.
That's her way of coping with all of this. Because I think that this looming rain cloud is tearing Amberlynn up inside. I mean, the fact that she has gone live for 8 hours over the past 2 days, that is extremely abnormal behavior for her. So, because she's acting differently, it kind of tells me that something's getting thrown off up here. So she thinks maybe, well, if I go live and I'm constantly talking and I'm constantly yelling and I'm constantly pleading my case, then I'll clear my name more. But if I just stay silent, I mean, really the smart thing would have been the smart thing for Amberlynn would have not gone live at 3 a.m. Saturday morning and then gone live again and had 5 hours of yapping prior to this coming out. She should have waited. She should have waited for this to come out and then responded, because we're already finding inconsistencies in what she's had to say and what this video says. C Styles, thank you. I was referring to when Snowflake said Emily was going to talk more after Amber's unhinged response. Oh, gotcha. I think that Emily will have more to say. And in terms of there being videos or anything, Maybe not the video, but perhaps the audio will come out. Riss, thank you. Appreciate your super chat. Thank you, Riss. Or Reese.
A lot of stuff there, yeah. You don't have to believe Emily. Loads of people won't. I'm sure some people will. But the messages... I'll just talk about it in a second. Yeah, there it is. So am I leaving? So she knows this is it now. Emily's not taking her nonsense. It's game over. I haven't been able to find Rarity all day. This is at 10:06. I need help finding her, please. I've been calling her name and looking everywhere all day. Looking everywhere. But then also says I didn't go to the back porch. Okay. I didn't want to pester Emily too much because, like I said to her, it's draining listening to. I'm guessing people are drained listening to it now. So I didn't want to just ask her a million questions. But, like I say, after the smugness of today.
Soft, gentle love stripper, thank you. She should have just waited but it's perfect because we have caught her in so many lies. There was something that was happening in the 3 a.m. live prior to her getting McDonald's breakfast Saturday morning. She was saying, I don't want to get off because I don't want to be alone. When Amberlynn isn't live, when this is just looming over her head, she's going crazy. And I mean, that's probably a product of her environment. When she's just sitting around all day, every day, waiting for Emily to talk, waiting for people to upload a video, spilling more tea, she's probably going crazy. So when she's live, she probably feels like, okay, this is when I can control the narrative. This is how I can make myself feel better. I don't want to be alone. She said that like 10 times in her one live stream. She didn't want to end the live stream Saturday morning because she didn't want to be alone with her thoughts. That's why she keeps going live. I mean, like over 8 hours of her going live in the past 2 days. I mean, normally we have to pull teeth to get her on live stream. She's profoundly lonely. Well, I mean, even more so now that she doesn't have Emily to talk to. Jane, thank you. Would you come to our wedding? You can have a +2 instead of a +1. Can the +2 count as a girl? Thank you, Jane. I appreciate that. I think that they're back together. She's crying. About what? Crying about what? She's crying right now saying they're back together. What the fuck is going on here on this day? She's making excuses for Emily. She's saying that she loves Emily. No way they're back together. Endure and survive. Thank you so much. People actually who know the truth are both of them, and we can decide who has a more believable story. We really are like the jury. She feels bad for what she said. They're not together. Well, I don't know. I mean, I saw one person say that, so I think it's more so she's trying to win Emily back. Lisa, hi. Not a fan of Emily, but an exhausted nurse could make some very serious mistakes at work. An exhausted blogger? Oh no. Yeah, right. Oh no, an exhausted blogger. What a danger to society. Caitlin, thank you for 7 months. Appreciate that. Hope you feel better. Tallest lady, thank you. Thanks for getting and uniting me and my friend Jibby in this guilty niche. Hi to Jibby from Vibby. Sincerely, a woman who works more than 3 minutes per week. That's too funny. Thank you so much, tallest lady. And hello to Jibby. Emery. Hi, Emery. Is she an RN or LPN? I don't know. Either way, how could she expect so much of someone that is just that couldn't even throw a paper towel down on the pee? No. Well, she didn't want to get up. She probably didn't want to clean up any of the piss because then she would have been expected to clean up future piss. So I'm not going to clean it up for the first time because I don't want you expecting that I'm going to do it tomorrow because I'm not. Juniper, thank you for the bits. Wajia, thank you. I gave my cats away for you. Amberlynn versions. I lost my rarity for you. Oh, the similarities. Porcahontas, thank you. Amberlynn is a confirmed 600-pound sleep paralysis demon. Oh my god. This is worse than Salad keeping Foodie up to stream. Oh yeah, you're not done streaming. We need to make more money. Cozy Mushroom, thank you. We're in a girl world renaissance. Well, some of our characters certainly look like the people in Renaissance paintings. Deja Vu, thank you. You look like Chit character on. You look like Chit on TikTok. Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't spend a lot of time on TikTok though. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, Deja. Kelly, hi. This is exactly what Amber deserves. Oh boy. Mego, thank you. This is all hilarious to me. This situation is like being chained up in a basement and being let out because you annoyed the serial killer so much that they give up. You're not worth the ransom. Get the fuck out of here. Kristen, thank you for 17 months. I was needing an Amber crash out. Happy 17 months. Oh my gosh. Creeper out by fire. I don't know, Kristen. Thank you for your prime. Gay Frog Jordy, thank you. Google's George Washington. Oh my god, you guys found him. What? What on earth? She's probably threatening Emily. I don't know. I'll definitely check it out later, but in terms of tuning in now, don't think so. But we'll check it out in good time. JK, thank you. Wifey here. Not that one. We've been saying all day, where's Jordy? I am here. Thank you so much, JK. Appreciate you and the wifey being here. Marsha, thank you. I did this to my hubby. I changed. 45 years married. Wow, 45 years of marriage. Holy cow. Well, maybe you just need to get past the roadblocks in the beginning, and then it'll be smooth sailing. Oh, gosh. Linda, thank you for 15 months. Catching up, I just got it to the Labubu part. I'm excited. My first little baby will be here Wednesday. I already got her clothes. Oh my god, you can dress them. It's like the new American Girl doll. Cats with food names, appreciate 5 months of membership. Thank you. I'll have to check that out on X after. Sheila, hello. Why fat men shouldn't bungee jump. Okay. Thank you, Sheila. Zula. Hi, Zula. Love from Poland. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. All the way from Poland. Oh my god, it's probably pretty late there, huh? She's crying, saying she hasn't slept. That doesn't surprise me, because she's anxious. And when you're anxious like that, you know, you can't, like, calm yourself down. You can't calm your mind down. She's on the cycle of regret right now. Yeah, she probably went live because she couldn't take it anymore. Amberlynn right now thinks that going live and pleading her case is going to help her, when really that's just digging the hole more. It's a bad look. She should not be live right now. if she has been sleeping as little as she's said that she has been sleeping, she's really not in the right mind frame to be live streaming. Serotonin in the City, thank you for 10 months. No excuse to make a return to Girl World after 3 months. Oh, hey, you took the summer off, huh? Welcome back. Smarty, thank you so much for your membership. Bree, thank you for your super sticker. November Nat, hello. Shout out to Amanda, who always listens when I talk about this insanity. That's the definition of altruism. Shout out Amanda. Thank you, guys. Whitney, thank you. Big thanks to Snowflake for the phenomenal work. He did. He put together a nice little video rather quickly. Barry and Fire Rabbit both subscribed for 7 months. Thank you so much. I have been suggested Alexandra Rodriguez before. Thank you, Fire Rabbit. And thank you, Barry. Creeped Out by Meat. Thank you. Let's call this the Fupa-copalypse. Fupa-calypse. Fupocalypse. Sorry, I was adding in an extra syllable. Fupocalypse. I like it. Paigey, thank you for your membership. Zombie, hi Zombie. Gonna be replay gang, but I just wanted to say fat. Thank you for being on the replay. Thank you, Zombie. Zombie boy. Barry, hi Barry. My theory is that after the princess comment was that Amber wanted Gracie, Emily's cat, to have emotional leverage over her, but she was either drunk or something and grabbed Rarity instead. Oh my gosh. Oh god. It was supposed to be Princess! Oh my god, could you imagine? She's justifying Pocahontas. She was just upset. Yikes. Love to fart, thank you. I have a feeling the night Emily followed you randomly was a night that they fought. Yeah, I do too. That's what I said in yesterday's stream. Because she said that whenever they would fight or whatever, Emily would go and like talk shit on her on a forum or reach out to a reaction channel. So you're probably right. Shiny, thank you. We just got Slurpees for the stream. All right, you and your boyfriend enjoy. Thanks, Shiny. JJ, hello. Here's my penance for being late. Watching Will Entice. Suing Will Entice. Makes no sense. Moose, thank you so much. Didn't want to look past her own victimhood to what others may think. Well, that's where my mind went. That's where my mind went, Moose. Emotion Lord, thank you for your membership. Abyssal Bunny, hi Mandy. I fear Amber might have done the worst. She refused to help finding Rarity like Rarity could be found, and Amber knew it. Was it more than just leaving the back door open? Ew. Malonka, thank you. If Emily sent an unblurred video to Snowflake, wouldn't it be illegal? Well, I guess it could be thought of as revenge porn. I don't know like the exact definition and what constitutes that, but I don't know. Wilson, hello. Our girl can be quite limber when she wants. Oh, she can be anything whenever it calls for it. Karma Chameleon. Annika Eckhart, thank you so much for your membership. Nicole, welcome along as well. Fun PRN, thank you for 13 months. Hello. She wants to drink. Oh, God. Buzzball incoming. CC, thank you for your membership. Driving to Bellingham, Washington, joining and talking about DV is absolutely wild after watching Girl World Dundies. Oh, God. D, thank you. Yay, I made it to a live. Thanks for being here live, D. Hey, hey. Tobias, hello. My boyfriend with us today. Can you say fat girl, please? Absolutely. Well, I guess I just did. Thanks, Tobias. Melanie, hello. Amber is yelling lies, but it's a pattern of behavior. Yeah, really. Definitely a pattern. Chantal's devil horns, thank you. Emily should have called the cops for DV so we could have an Amberlynn jail arc. But then again, I don't think they make jumpsuits that gigantic. Oh my god. Amber getting arrested. That'll be the day. Ragebone, thank you. What a piece of garbage. Indeed. Talby, hello. She made sure Rarity was never going to return. Made sure of it, huh? Frantic Yak, thank you. Just hoping she rehomed Rarity on the DL and paid the person to keep quiet. Ooh. I don't know. Would Amberlynn have that much grace? Deparoni, thank you. Rarity didn't willingly go out. Amber rage bagged her and threw her like trash. Oh my god. Some of these super chats rage bagged. Oh my gosh. Ryan Welker, thank you. I don't know if that's the word I would use, but definitely made it so that they were put in harm's way. So, yeah, maybe, in a way. Nick, normal, thank you. What kind of super chat tier would it take for fans to smother you, Amber? Style, asking the real questions here. I don't know if I feel comfortable asking this hypothetical. Thank you, though, Nick. I thought you were supposed to be normal, and you're asking me things like that. Sarah, thank you for your membership. Lisa, hello again. So the door was left open for hours. Why didn't Rarity let herself back in? Well, I guess maybe because she didn't know the area. Cats do not like snow. Yeah, I saw you guys saying that earlier, that cats don't like snow. I guess maybe she got lost. I don't know. Fat Cat, thank you. Pet Cemetery 2. Oh my god. Bad. Gus, thank you. When Jordy impersonates Amber in a rage, it's almost scary accurate. Has he experienced this before? I don't know. Maybe I'm just good at mocking people. Sabrina, thank you. Cats hate the cold. I doubt Rarity would love to go out in the snow. She would have come back in immediately. I don't know. I mean, I've never had a cat. I've never been around a cat for an extended period of time. So I'll just have to take your guys' word for it. Cats don't like the cold. I don't know. Does any animal, other than like a polar bear, does anybody like the cold? Mojo, thank you. An open door in Wisconsin winter is immediately noticeable. Yeah. And I remember that the 2024 winter was very cold. Just like this summer has been very hot. It seems like our winters are getting colder and our summers are getting hotter. Ray J, thank you. She put Rarity out the back, but wants to deny it. I'm thinking, yeah. Rarity got out that back door one way or another. Sarah, thank you. Could Emily have gone out the back door because Amber was blocking another exit? Yeah, I suppose that's possible. If she normally goes out the front door or whatever to get in her car, it's like, okay, well, I don't have to use this exit. I'll use another one. Bibliophile, thank you again. She unalived a cat, and Emily unalived her GF. The cycle of life. Wings of Hope, thank you. Rain and Petals eavesdrop. I checked the wrong door. Remix! She has just diagnosed herself with CPTSD. Oh, we have a new medical ailment. CPTSD. Okay. Wings of Hope, thank you. Orion, hi Orion. Saying Princess is missing shows her intent to do something, but I'm scared of what? Yeah, right. Ugh. Stardust, thank you so much. What about that mixed company claim? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. When she said that there was mixed company. I mean, back when that was originally said, I just assumed that was the kid being there for whatever reason. But I guess, yeah, that's a question that I also wonder. Balloonatic Fanatic, thank you. There's absolutely no justification for threatening to knock someone's teeth out. They're both toxic, and this is DV. More common than you would think in a lesbian relationship. I'm out when this is less heavy. Love ya. All right, Balloon Addict. I appreciate you sending that in, hon. Yeah, this type of content isn't for everybody. Thank you so much for sending that in, Balloon. Deborah Kirk, hello. The screenshot of Emily's arm, there were marks. There was dried blood. Yeah, I need to find those. I mean, we'll probably start with that on tomorrow's stream, but I'm gonna find those. I think that it was in it was on Twitter somewhere. Give me Starburst. Thank you for your membership. Your lives have been such a bright spot. Thank you, Starburst. Stardust, hello. Thanks for answering our super chats. Oh, of course. Well, thank you for sending them in. Some type of Russian name. Thank you. Then I felt the cold breeze. Ooh. I know, she's like the weeping willow. Imagine if it's true. In an attempt to hurt Emily. This is so sad. Now Desperate Rage can get it. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Gay Frog Jordy. L'Oreal No Tears Read over here. Oh my god, like the sunscreen. You're hysterical. Tisha, thank you. She said that when she first saw the door open, she knew immediately Rarity was gone, and then she figured, oh, Rarity will be fine. No other cat, and never even went to check. Yeah, something's not adding up. She's tripping up in her lies. She's told too many accounts of this already. Caitlin Ray, thank you for the tip. Someone on my Tumblr roleplay blog that barely posts just asks if anyone's deep into Girl World. This news is breaking barriers. Barriers. Oh my god. Tumblr. God. I haven't used Tumblr in so long. Sarah, hello. My ex threatened to light herself on fire and then yelled at me to act not scared of her. The whole, like, threatening to hurt yourself thing in an attempt to get someone to do what you want, that's diabolical. Sophia, hello. Her story of not knowing Rarity's was missing overnight pisses me off so much. I always know where my cat is. It wasn't a priority to Amberlynn at the time. Trying to make her relationship work was all she cared about. Ebony, hello. The average temps in Wisconsin in November range from 21 to 46. That is not a cold breeze, that's below freezing. Yeah, really. I haven't been by the back door. Neighborhood BS, thank you. This weekend alone has made YouTube premium a steal. I mean, it's worth it for me, because, I mean, I use YouTube constantly. Thank you, Neighborhood. Jordy's headphone dent. Hello. I don't believe she's telling the truth. I think she studied the other documentaries and made her own. Oh. Okay. Veronica, hello. I think she unalived Rarity. Sarah Finley, hello. So glad to be here. I am a leg amputee, and when I see people like her taking up all the space in an elevator, I get so angry. Oh my gosh. And probably being a leg amputee, you're probably still more active and do more than Amberlynn. Because her life is on one of two couch cushions. Abyssal Bunny, thank you. I wonder if Emily ever checked the trash. Ugh. Oh god. I don't want to consider that. I really don't. My mind doesn't want to go to some places. Wade, thank you for 2 months of membership on Twitch. Welcome back, Wade. Lathonda, hello. Amberlynn didn't check the back porch because there was a ghost. I'm not going on the back porch. There's a ghost out there. Deep Fried Fupa, thank you. Good to see you. Amber met her twin flame. This is Rarity's revenge. R.I.P., sweetheart. It's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, losing a pet in this kind of capacity. Ugh. I can tell you this much. I mean, I would have cared leaps and bounds more about the pet than I would have, you know, my TikTok DMer feeder. But, you know, Amberlynn's priorities are interesting. Darth Hater, thank you. I always thought it was weird Amber would hold the car keys on the way home. Did she think Emily would leave her if she held the keys during stops? I don't remember what you're talking about. She held the keys during their way home? Oh, I don't know. Weird. Marion, thank you. I could never imagine treating my pets the way Amber's does. She's narcissistic, neglectful, and terrible. Yeah. I mean, and as we just saw with Twinkie and the nails and everything, she shouldn't have pets. If she would agree to give me Twinkie, to relinquish control of Twinkie to me, I would go and pick Twinkie up. Julia, thank you. My boyfriend always says that he hates gossip, but tonight I was watching on my phone and he says you can put it on the TV if you want. Oh yeah, because tonight's like extra special good. It's funny when they give in. Too funny, Julia. Thank you for sharing. Jamie, thank you for your membership on Twitch. Hey, Jamie. Liz Hiking, hello. I don't buy the mental health debate her back in thing. Girl, you're a death feeder. Admit why you suddenly decided to do this interview. Yeah, I don't have much grace for Emily in that capacity either. Oh, Amberlynn manipulated me into getting back together with her. Like, no, that's one thing. There's, Emily's story isn't foolproof. I mean, there are holes in both of their stories. Angel, hello. I think Emily was a hater, and most of this is so she could be in Girl World. Everything seems a little weird with this one. Definitely some questions I have in that regard as well. What does she want from it? Like, what does she want from this, Daily Joy, thank you. Emily wants the same support Beck has from the community, but Beck isn't a weird feeder fattening people up. Emily should have known I would hope that she knew very early on that we weren't going to be Team Emily. We were never Team Emily. We were never supportive. I mean, we'll listen to her. We'll listen to her side of the story, but in terms of like her receiving support or anything like that, like Beck may have received, not gonna happen. My brain broke. Thank you. My first time catching you live. Thank you for catching me. I appreciate that. Chris Allen, hello. She's too obsessed with saying I've showered. Well, she had to let you know. Otherwise, how would you know? Oh, God. Linda, thank you. Have you ever noticed her AirPod was backwards? No, I didn't. What? Huh. Really? Okay. KBK, thank you. I saw a comment on another video that said, Amber, you dodged death as if she wasn't already a 500-pound woman. All she dodged was a longer life. Hearing her say, well, guess I can lose weight now, was absolutely crazy yesterday. Admitting to the feeding shit. Well, I guess I can lose weight now. She doesn't care about her own life. Irish, thank you. Porcahontas trivia night would be fun, Jordy. Trivia night! Or we could play Choosy with random Amberlynn or Amberverse objects and people. KBK, thank you again. Did Snowflake and all of us get played? I don't think so. Played how? How would they have benefited from? I don't understand. Anya, thank you. Can't stop watching the train wreck. Hello. How do you think that this will end? Well, apparently they're broken up. Now, whether or not they'll still be in cahoots and talk in the background, I don't know. But I still stick by the golden rule of the girls don't leave. So it will have to be Emily that ends this relationship. Because Amber will, Emily could have done all this that we're watching right now, and Amber would still take her back. Mad Hatter, thank you. This is 2021 Chantal coded. Buckle up, y'all. I've never seen Amber get as angry and upset as she was the other night. And usually that kind of anger comes from Chantal a lot more. Sarah Thrush, thank you. I would love to see an Amber Reed and Amber Heard showdown. Mega pints and DoorDash for the chat, and some Abercrombie shirts for Jordy. Abercrombie shirts for Jordy. Thank you, Sarah Thrush. I really appreciate that. Oh, God. Nat, hello. Drinking hot tea because Girl World is piping out. Piping hot. Oh, God. I wouldn't mind some tea right now either. Pink Potato, thank you for 11 months. Another Polish fan just checking in to say hello. Oh, hey, a lot of Polish viewers. Hey, guys, thank you. Sarah, thank you for 2 months of membership. Carrie, hello. I can't help but laugh, but I remember Chantal's in Syria while all this is going on. I have completely forgotten about Chantal. Right now, it's not important at all. Yeah, like the whole Syria arc. Okay, like, you know, but this is priority. Snack Attack, thank you. You know that Always Sunny meme of Charlie with the whiteboard? That's how I feel trying to explain what has happened this weekend to my boyfriend. Yes, I reference that meme pretty frequently. Frenchie and Hijab Cheese's officiant, thank you. They both live in one-party consent states, meaning Emily could record conversations with Amber without having to ask her for permission. Conversations, not undressed vids, but she could share the audio. Yeah, I mean, of course, like, I don't know all the specifics about the law in question here, but I don't see any legal ramifications to her sharing audio of a video that she took on her cell phone. Sam, thank you. Would Amberlynn have that much Gracie? No. No. The answer is no. Girl World Tech Support, thank you for 6 months. Welcome back, Tay. Ayana, thank you. Maybe Rarity just put on her fedora and left through the shower drain like Perry the Platypus. Left through the shower drain. Well, if you know Amberlynn and her waffle stomping habits, I wouldn't advise anyone try to escape through there. Ellie, thank you. Hey, John D, it's been a bit. Look up The Disappearing Act with John Waters. Okay, thank you. I actually watched the Jackass movie within the last few years. It's been a few years, but I've seen it somewhat recently. Annie, hello. Appreciate your super chat. It seems like they're back together. I'm going to have to watch and judge for myself because I'm kind of getting mixed reviews in the chat of what's currently going on Amberlynn's live stream. More than likely, that's what we'll start with tomorrow. Oopsie daisy, thank you for 3 months. When did Mama Lynn unfriend Amber? You mean on Facebook? She like randomly did that a few months ago. Brandy, hello. I'm a vet tech. Twinkie may also had a medical problem, and it's causing her to pee more. Crushing diabetes and UTI. She would actually have to take her to the vet for that, though. I mean, from what you guys have said recently about the nails, taking a dog to the vet and a vet seeing that, they would not have allowed Twinkie to leave without them doing their nails real quick. So I am inclined to believe that Twinkie has not gone to a vet anytime recently. Cats with food names, thank you. Let them stay together and out of the dating pool. Keep the toxicity confined, huh? Like a quarantine. Ruble, thank you. I love watching you. I just want to say it's ridiculous how Amber cannot grasp the fact that we know that she's full of crap and is a POS. We just have the wrong perception of her. If you guys knew the real Amberlynn, you would know that she's not like this and all the haters are just out to get her. Justin, hey Justin, thank you. A house full of animals and the door left open for hours and only Rarity got out? Sure, Jan. Yes, I mean, there was Princess, there was Wasabi, there was Twinkie, there was Emily's dog. So that door was open for hours. And Rarity's the only one that went out. Okay. Well, she just wanted to explore too hard, I guess. Nice to see you, Justin. Thank you. Hope volleyball's going well. I know that's your thing. Leona, hello. People are leaving Amber's live in droves, also fat. Oh, yeah, it kind of seemed like it died down. When she first went live, it was like crazy. It's like, oh, what's she gonna do? And then it's like, oh, okay. This dog only knows one trick. This is boring. KBK, hello. Today has felt like a week, also fat. It certainly has. It's gonna be a crazy week. If I can predict anything. JD, thank you. Someone needs to make a Kahoot quiz on Pookie and play it on stream. Kahoot quiz. I think someone has made a chapter test about Amberlynn. Selena, thank you again. Being a dog groomer, seeing Twinkie's nails infuriates me. Yeah, that can't be comfortable or safe. Poor Twinkie. Ugh. Give me Twinkie. I demand it. Julia Gale, thank you. Cue Alexis coming out of the woodwork to have her say. I kind of want more fuel to add to this dumpster fire, to be honest. Yeah, I haven't heard from Alexis. I haven't seen her post anything. Normally she'll DM me and we'll have a little chat, but I haven't seen her. I don't. So I mean, if Alexis is going to come out and say something or make a comment or whatever, she hasn't yet. Amber's mating call. Look at my picture. Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous. The Pocahontas meme. Oh gosh. Katie, hey Katie. I genuinely had to stop watching Amber's live because she was using ChatGPT to research narcissism and acting like she knows what she's talking about. Scholar Lynn Reed out here with ChatBPD. Oh god. Yeah, no. A live stream of Amberlynn using ChatGPT, that doesn't sound too interesting. I love my dog, thank you. She raged at me and it made me smile. You poked the bear, huh? Oh, God. Don't do that to ChatGPT. You know what's something crazy about ChatGPT? It uses like an absurd amount of electricity. And these servers that are used to operate these AI response websites like ChatGPT, they use water to cool their systems. My desktop uses water. It's like that's a common thing to like cool your system down. Usually in like a closed loop system, but with these like huge ass servers, they're using like crazy amounts of water to cool down these systems. And I don't know. I wonder like where are they getting all this water? Like, are they going to use, they should do, why don't they just use like ocean water? Generative AI is actively destroying the environment. Yeah, I have heard that it's not good for the environment. It uses like so much electricity. ChatGPT is so bad for the environment. It was something like it uses 12 times the amount of electricity as a Google search. I don't know. I don't use ChatGPT. If I need to know something or if I need to look something up, I still use Google. Call me old school. Buffalo Flamingo. I really appreciate the super sticker you just sent in. Thank you, Buffalo. Miranda, hello. Do you think Pocahontas paints with all the colors of the condiments? Oh my god, mustard and ketchup and ranch. Oh my gosh. Too funny. Thank you, Miranda. All right, everybody. I think that is going to be it for our Sunday night live stream. What we will do in the coming days is we have all right. So we have the current live stream, the get ready with me, and reacting to my ex-girlfriend. So these are the ones that we'll be doing this week. If she stays on track, this one should be like 2 hours, which means we will have close to 6.5 hours of footage that we need to get through, which will probably take us all week. So it's gonna be a lot of content to get through this week. It's gonna be a lot of content to get through. It looks like it's still currently being filmed. It is still in progress. So I don't know. And who knows what Emily or someone else will upload in the time that all this happens. It's very likely that she even does another live on top of this one before tomorrow, before we go live again. I don't know. It's just a lot, but you know what? We're just going to take it day by day because that's all we really can do. Mackenzie, thank you. She's making me lose brain cells. I literally can't. She's good at that. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. I really appreciate everything that was sent in this evening. I know it's a lot of super chats and it's a lot to get through, but we made it to the end. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for being a part of my channel. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you did. We are getting closer and closer to 90,000, and then it'll give you the countdown to 100. Oh boy, so make sure you press the subscribe button if you not are already